Odofopa aha Adom TV na adwumadi a wo hwe edin e de nkranhyensem emre na me ameti dwoma me de ho chia me edi am yeso Apostle Dr. Nita Kutego me ma akwa aba abadwumadi we so ewiase etie de nyina fa no pa kosi adesan mu eba na wade mu sikapemu enya mesom nyina ne nyina so ene ma ba miensa bi pe ahowahoa energy ne ahoto ahowa sa obeya ahowa ho na ho beto wo no wani bagye na abrabo ayebue no. There's no life of greatness without problems or trouble. Abrabo mu de or how any ahoyehia ewo mu na semra meka se minima ahoyehia ewo mu unya nkobi mu a ye kra do bewura mu ke wafi mu nso a ene mautinkwa na abrabo ahoyehia edoso eyade a eka ya brabo ho na ahoyehia wa brabo mu nti no ehia ema sunsumu emra a bedi so no abrabo ayedin na atodin na yeyi ene abrabo ahoyehia ena ohawa ya famu nti no me da sembeto wanim they can have someone to love and allow them to love you back. Ewiase atie ya brabo ayebo nyina ne fapem ene wodo ento onipa se wonye obi a wode wodo be ma no menka wodo se de ya yete ahye no odo na onipa so de ne do ama wo se wode wodo opepa obeya adwumaden asom nipa no empo obetimi ado adwuma obetimi ado abusua obetimi ado nyonko bi obetimi ado onua bi ma obi ahuhia onafa odo kire no na ye sure so nipa so do ena ye mra edikan wo susum awiase susum wiase ekunimdie egina wodo so ebiom find gratitude in your hearts enipa sesa na pa bia so de a ma opepa na asihye akoma mu ma ya na yebu kompo he achi ene ye bro ene enkoyi nti ye nyemre enne awrade ase empa ne je nase ewo nkwa kasa etimi kasa nante enfama ehome no ma ye nya no edoso yie di ya na wayi wani afiri wiase hahaw ene atete so kakra na wade nyame ase na wakire enase ubahunu sesa wodi nase hye wabrabo ase anapa me da awrade ase se ene wa mama depa me da nase se me wo mma na mete Ghana ha me da se madwuma me ko ebe yie me da se nyame ye bia no nkunimdie se nase nsem we ekenya wabrabo empo esakra babum. Those who repeat affirmations. Minim ni awo ka kire ho. Hey baby ametie adwuma man kontem a. Ye say ensem a sabe enhye wonkuran. Ensem a enkenya awo na wotaka. Bible we na affirmation, oba affirm me ho ofe. Me dimu. Me sefata. Me ade nyina ba wie payo ama me. Me bibia no betimi asimi kwan. Esanse ade bia be pagya no ho wo me so no. Me disunkunim me ye awurade sa no adwuma me sipi me sita me dimu emfa ba bia ye wo me ba bia wo me no nya eno nche se ho na metena awuo edin fofo na meto me ho se me yo mama me yo dini me nhira onyame bo me soronko se o ta kasa asem we kira ho a abrabo ekenya kwampa so ya na embebre ye so anopa ensem ya ka kira ho na nye obo hwe ne yere anani kuranim kwa no aka nsamfo bi oni timana sa nioma ne bebem ti ya na osode a kansem a opese hunu. You see, having problems are not the problems themselves. It is how you look at the problem. I mean, having a problem or problems are not the problems themselves. It is how you look at the problem that becomes a problem. Or how they are, and you hear they are. Now, quite fast so a enema eyedene ana eyemre anapai ana wia na nyuma bibia wo ebia na wo hia mem wo ha bim entuni dim bone eya consider de na so said aba kira ase afa no ebeboa me ka say me nua Moses oni Israel for two kwan ko dumpu kokko na no na Israel for no kasa na ama ebewu ene ebeku omo ho ha say ebeku na Moses ka say ha mamu nsuro mo nyina mpinti no asafo awurade ore mo two kwan wenu be kire ni suma o mabrabom Moses enchirase ode mo ha no ema nkunimde ba no so na Israel for no nkyase o dem oha no ma wo breye e wo kwayem efie aduanan enkyerase adoma ohaw be ma watintim ohaw no ana abenya no yi entiase ene nkyekiremu adoma ohaw ato wo no be ma wachewo mu ana abenya no aduro me mpa abo no se ohaw bi ato wo atete bi awo mu no onyambe ma onyansa na wakyerase kwampa so metona montuo papa na de wakwa so amwayi aha ena meja wo na me na sa production team nyina ho Richmond Mark Weber Mark ena impo Adele ena de mehu no oba ho fadua baako Priscilla ena eja Weber Kampedu me ba impo camera me da Richard na mako sound osmosis osemi ma me hwe papa osmo ma me ena de so me chia ma me na mako am see ane lighting fo nyina obi a obo adwumadi ebedu ye mfie mu nyina na me nhira obiara wa nya me hwe me de uni onyame asomdwe entena
Yasamu achibiem samu akwa Badom TV Badwam so yada Apostle Dr. Nita Kutegwase ni nkranshensem de du so ne Badwam kase ensem no ne obetie wo mu bi ni aposifo ache China for enan bi yebekwa akohwe ne wo waye na ye de abro na fei eye deputy drip coordinator so sensuo no eba form agyaito a ombehwe na kwan no a asese no omafiase aye so adwuma no nsem na no pay mede bro Adom TV Badwam kase a wo share live on Facebook/Adom TV Extra Go TV 119 DSTV 280 ko YouTube search Adom TV Tube ne kwa adomonline.com ensemi ni nsem bebre ewo ho mede de afia amankwa tamaklo afia ni de mientie se de nsem ni kyeremu ankasa etie aposifo akire Chinese for enan ni nyina ne se fema gudie pa ya mrani hu ene ne wormo ye wo subin ene jimi ensuo ye wo atantam ye no wadanse asokwa bensimo e wasantimantem
our Dominos Development Fund ano ene ne dom ena afei a police fo a wonom efri Asante South Regional Police Command ya Regional Operations Commander ASP Enoch Boating edi wonom animu no ene wo koye sa operation na emfa ho se wabra se ema wonum a wonfiri wo man mu enkokwaye ni mu nkonkoye small scale mining no na wonum edi sa adwuma no ewo kwaye ni Chinese for nan a wo kire wonum no osan so akire excavators du baako na excavators du baako no woyi emu nan akwa efiri hu se de be ya wontimi emfanya adwuma na enso eka ye no nso wonum ede akwa kosi RCID ye wo be kwaye osan so akire pump action guns miensa efiri sa enipa nan emu
Deputy National Drip Coordinator was Southern Sector ye engineer Kwadwo Aboaje odi adesere na to Ghana fo nyine ni mu se yenya komato ye mu na yenya abotere nso akwan no a bi asese nom ne ade nya ne kese ne nkuma wo ye communities nom ne ade no ensuo no ba fom pepepa wo mbehwe na wo de fidie no aba befa so ono abo apro akọ Adan East Adan West ene tema ene odani hu ne a ekoso odin semi etudwa
we have more equipment in the police station, which is one. I didn't have some and there's so much equipment, they are more backing up for safety. Safari in our police force. The second point, then is although it's a small space, but the only thing is, I dear woman, anyway, is so the equipment. They do baby, the more about more about 20 hours. So now, get plan for the buy, almost around all the equipment. Who will be almost 30 years, so the say money equipment. And yes, ready some more fanya if you say Yama gauge plan for Babe service winning Yenya ye training drivers and operators and some your person will be all the districts in the whole country will be a packet schedule GA plan for Babe service
GA plan pool ena sa drip mfidie wo ho kwan se wosiesie na bra engineer Charles Kwesitei your head of technical operations ewo JA plant pool ene amani boni etwetwe nkomo bra wonom ekohwe mfidie no nyina ewie no ene wodi tudwa se mfidie a wodi wani akohu ne de tibia ne nyina ewo mu no eye na wahyeganafo nyina abose enche kura wonom ebe service machines ne nyina na ahyase akwakoyi akwan no se de be ya akonya bedie mu no manfo ho be hare wono
akwanya ni nyina ewo yende ya ready say you be call all the districts and regions akoye service but as we speak final amanhyehyɛ sɛ bɛdia ɛmpaka machine drip national coordinator ɔno nso ayɛstrate sɛ dɛ obia ɛmpaka machine ɛnti sɛsɛ ɔno nso wɔ nhyehyɛeɛ a ɛsɛ ɔde gu akwan no ɛma every operator any district ansa na ɔmama yɛ akwanya sɛ dɛ ɔno start use machine na afei yɛ nso yɛakɔ rouse asɛmɛsɛ machine yes before ɔmo kaa sɛ yɛmpake no yɛ team no technical team around the country and the district and making sure that your packing machine here is safe and secure. It's somewhere can be, but we are visiting machines are in safe hands.
Asante Achim Central, Mensin Mokrachi, Ebenezer Edu, na ne washe boss and your beye, Badwam won't crew at me a tumpon de, or her say, or bidi hujuma.
The challenges are also your roads, ya kind 9 years, Asante Achim Central. Ya kind ye ni area back when I work as a me first unya portals ya kind so. Baby crowd there and yet cry. Ye need proper electrification. Then oba sanitary conditions as well and yet ye need proper market infrastructure boreholes. Me ye my dream said before I me fear konjano Number 120 boreholes. Me pese insu ebahame manfo. Ye next vision ye be create job. Ye man na edudwa no some fans a omo betumi edi omo dwa. Ye de nhyehyeye bi ba ye be sponsor nkrofo to university. Omo akoye medical program. Ubo ho modern a ye be sponsor brilliant by needy students no. Yankwala no ebie school no mo kwa e be say bia o mo chobos o mo mattress any provisions bia e be to provide no e be provide me meye two partisan edwuma wa ha e all inclusive adwen ni nipa ba akotrim
Sukuu mpanimfoɔ da St. Augustine's College de isuhye bi ba sɛ sachet water nom ne plastics no omo ba betwa mu school mu hokora mi se fie wo ho kese pa ni gina sa issue ene ehun Robert no emunsam enie
me busy headmaster kura amedeto in there no sachet policy trade enom nsu was sachet mu wi pa fa rubber no bin wo hofotum na biom so obeya fa wo bottled water I mean for container na for wunsu no fogum na fa sachet rubber no photo ama wan fan to akwan basabasa nti policy kola ya guda ya church mo famande obiara nya na bottled water no prince no fogum no nja plastic into bin nimo no nam do yutum suppose ye da ye recycling amabimo
school ya fa to no ho so a wodua kube o wo no mu school no animu ho no na wode to da say this is say e sign ensano mo bia hodo ya manfo esi e wo mpona no ho no nti wotwa kube dua e wo ho no mu nyina egu fom no enya ade a esefata kora
unda so say ya pick around the plastic Kenya ye bodua ye nkube e wo hena mpona imbe nkofo ashase de warrior pops na zo na so yani hena asase ya nhwene anje fidamanze na obese omani na asedi oye hena mpona nti no ye rudi nkubi wo yini hayi nara forestry department abring ni biara ye ayudua na ya ma ahayim hano ay green ti na mahana color otzen nti na jime dam jibezi na nedi so ye na yare nti no mawo ma yan amafunye
Sunyane Metropolitan Assembly mpanimfoɔ de kokobo emu odin ma de hye no sɛ wo mo anhwɛ amwa won ho na won to fi no ase afutuo ne kasa kire de ma won nyina won mo anisodo ya ene be hye won ama won de military ni police no abeka ho sebe ya won be din hye no eso
ehu ba ko ne say omo shops e wo krom titrim shops in the omami they comply with the first directive say omo me shops na no pa no nanso de ehu ne say dodo na amma omo shops ni mu no ma gya adwuma na ma yankasa se enye adwuma no the trust me na me say hu ni say ye nuanom chase na for commercial car users no ye can say fra no pa no sia kotuma no pa no ntu kene ye no mo obiara e move ni car se be won say car move ya na ye on extreme or exceptional cases beni hu say almost all commercial teams in ekoso for a reason me jai say o de ye nhwede ye nya adwuma na me be say be interrupt ye adwuma na ye driving drivers na way and I say ye chu sebi ebe ma adwuma na nka say ba se ebe ye no na ebe kofom kakra but the make can say nyame ya adoma wo so ye di animi clean up ebe to so miensa the check clean up ebe ye ne die I will personally involve the security make sure the police service and the army it must say yemfa akwanya so na emu obia ma ne say clean up to so miensa ebe ye no bo so ye di animi ne die yesre obiara mpiemra ahunide ya ade ba ko hia me kese ehia ye regional minister ehia ye MP ehia suya municipal assembly amedan no se be stress yi ekuakuo asojafo apie apolicefoɔ fie fire service for ekuakuo ahodo semtwerefo obi apie behwe se adwuma ne nkoye na ye na beka se fie ne generate ne kese no ye mpie ama ya ama na ampeja na sa nyefa na entwe
Bunumanta mu coordinator Adom Lion Ghana Limited ano Benedict Ewua esi sudua se wono madwumakuo no aye krado wobeta aban ene mansini ahodo no nyina echi se de be ya wobehwa ma honidie abo oman mu nyina
yo Zoom Lion ye wo ho na kakre wo mne se wona wona prapra bontin so no eye wayifo no wo na wo contract 70 ama niema atosini kakra beno kura mpomu no abribia no ye boabo ma no kakra ye benya no yehwe si ebetimi de wo aye adwuma ewo ye monten se ne be ya enwura no emu emfaso bebre aban eye nhihye se obeye ehon nhihye na companies awodo enso atimi aba sanitation industry bi enti enso aye krado aban enya ebie kwan ne se obia emepre a ye besan yakọ na yakọpre na ye de enim se yaboa ye ho asie na hunidie sem ewo ye monten so ne so de ebetimi aye ni ama Ghana fu nyina so ani aso
Yeto Adom TV Badwam kase no eso na pani a woda Stancock Foundation ena de nsama hodo to dwa wo sebeya obi biara ye wote memu ye nkro se yekuma se yakese mfasodie bi e wo se wono mu enya no eni ho kwan se toto no ase eto tua hodo ni nyina no e wo se nya nsunsuaso e wo emia anayen community say wo mo munsem eni.
Week of Action is a special day for Stancock Foundation. We are demanding the Global North and then World Bank to cancel the debt that Africans are owing, especially Global South, because it is what the big industries at the Global North that are affecting us, we those in the Global South. So the climate change, the impact and its effect is on us. And so the money that our Africans are owing, they should cancel that money so that they can use that money rather to develop our communities, because our communities are dying. You go to communities, there's no water, there's no toilet, people are defecating all over. So we are begging the Global North to bring the money that they promised we the Global South. Because they say every year they will bring some amount of huge, I've forgotten the figure. It's a big money. If that money should come, I think our leaders can use it to do a lot in our communities.
Headmaster Wadata Nyegbe Senior High School ano eche God's time siake kwawu ene amani boni twetwe nkomo awo no so echere de ke bi omufo ene aban eya ebetumi aboa ma adesua ho nsem akonkan.
As I was saying, climate change has also affected the mental health of our staff and parents of our students. Some of these people have had to go and loan money from financial institutions. And in their investments, they have run at a loss. So it has affected them. We have parents of this.
Adom TV Badwam Jumadi so yede radio se hwade awaye se net 30th June so menumie no yenye mu chefa faseda ma no if so na domara kwa ye ni bi mo hye June no ase so net 30th wonni ho wo ho mpa bi a nipadua ne fa ba bi ayemra wo ayere sabia so wo ho na bibia nsi nkwane ahoden ekura wo woni abusia adwumayefo adofo achi ne benche bibia nsi ya medofo erade meda ase de ente wa ho ofe enyu sika fama no no ane bambofo yeda na se so ahwe ye ne ahwefo ene abusua ne adofo nyina so a yete ase midi afia amankwa hatamaklo bedwom ni 5:30 ya basse bedwom yede worship songs no be mamo a ne wi apostle doctor ni te kote guaba no de nkranhyensem abreye wi a ne yede news na bro 5:50 ho na fei ya koje ya humi ya sabe onze ya nchekura anti de obonkrata ya nsa ka no pay ene Adom online stories ne de ebro radio for 97.1 ya chiamo ye mamunyina kwaba anope radio Adom ye mene owura sante da ko eni tina ha be me na anope nchia we na bia boko de
bibia enam ne kwem
de nyame ase
enam ne kwem
de nyame ase
bibia enam ne e frost ne chama kwata maklo
ai
we dey need radio streaming tv so gas ma be catch ya chao bia ti you say ya chao kama bi say bia kama
ame Adom
what did he kama why size kama
enya ni di
our spiritual body is spiritual food very important to free impanima rather me das ne key very important and any June need that a chat to okra and June, January, February, March, April, May, June. Neda e twa to okra. It is a oye oman mu kandini a di mfie na share won sa. Bosu mi nsia. Onyame adom omana behwie egu kama. Nti mfie nan no aka bosu mi enan ni mfie miensa. Na busa ho se wana montuo ne onhyehyeye ene otirimpo papa a odwene ma oman no se na esie de eko so oye oman ni mu de hye de a ozubusa ho se na no de to aba esakira aba ni mu ma NDC amanyoko ni be ya kandifo no what has been your contribution to Ghana se de be boa ama aba a wo so ne hyehyeye no etimedi mo wi pay baby you found yourself biano say ya pomodin sector say ya dwedi sector say central sector say ya meat sector say ya sector bia wo bia na religious sector ask yourself bisao what has been your positive contribution towards Ghana's forward march growth and development is important ko one or more suro no ho ye wo fifi no so hye ho ye wo ase no so hye ho ye nyina your contribution positively and a bit mama the Ghana that we all want no etimi edimu awie payo maka kire ade ba ko ta da and say man tin ko sa abaka say no ma hu se hwe ko oda so sa no say June free ho July free ho August ba August free ho September ba the one akodu busumi ye say kokko no confirm ni fanta ni mo ni edi na atwam ni asa no mana sa e say ko another it is so enfa ni agro afa ye ba wan kasa wa brabo na wo bono so a 12 months in a year we are done by God's grace 6 months obia wo bo bra wo de ade bi si woni so wa ka so be ko school wa ka so be wade wa ka so be to foundation wa ka so be sa ko pa adwuma bi aye wa ka so pe busia bi ade akoso ade ma yade wa ka so be hwe oni onya mesum yi wa ka so be hwe no watete wo ma yi Sadia and Shasi Busa, I will say 6 months out of the 12 months, you know, how far with your graph? The immediate chat to you and say graph when you see a crash still, there's still hope to correct it. Whether Ghana, whether businesses, whether individuals. So important. Tiankai Kayaho, a brand bra. A brass says small daughter Jodo Cat and him, the bread Emma and Hokwano, Itimidi Ebro, minim now trimu. If you have a quatamaklu, a pomodon, come on, be fine.
Now, what we about headache?
It is paye. Enye normal.
Oh, enye tipaya bia na ye tipaye. Dr. Becca say bia yare bi hu sunsun so. Na obewie na bia agya utipaye.
Yare bi hu sunsun so. Ebe wie chi no.
Na ma utipaye.
Na identify.
You be fan say oh
the normal tipaye.
Ha, but so one no musu kwankwa hu anhunu ade kura. Because wo ho a uti mama if kro mo kire say mama kura say eye wo ya asimuti pae o na wo forehead a e wo de tie
as kire wo
bi abun so uti ne fa
uti fa dwaw
ya ne dwaw eno so wo de kire so nti gisi ehunu na bia wano mpara because uti pae wa obe no mpara no wahwe na pain no ko basa nko na eto so a na esenye tipaye akeke
bibi di akire
bibi ti o si edi sa nkomo no na wochi.
So that's it. Every day go utini ball normal obviously with the normal tipaya for the pie parabia won tiko. Avena still a skills which bibi na pusu bibi. Today be identity am stress and say who good health who bibi most importantly me bebe ba yen nyina you the nyame mpengu say ya tochima e wo ya pomude won sema. How do we stand? Diana me interested in taking care of our health. Yeah catch them musano. Yansu yan fie de ni aguru. We are not just preaching, but doers. It's important. It's so important. Because we are healthy, all those things in there naturally.
Ensure to me flash bibia enye bia woni pedua.
Ensure my ensure I no dey bia me dey me bra example blog party grow no of
film na blog kwa uti oya. Esa to me affect wo sino.
Esa mo amuntie ensure a wo no ade aye say blog na o kam gaw. Ensure ye.
No kra ma ayi no kra da. Mo ja no. Nti ko so ntimi enflow ye ntimi nkokọ ntini no mo se de wo se ko.
Ensure kwa de.
Obeka se ne ha aye enya aduma aye tititi. Na posi achi anansi ofiri hin na echi ye ese wo num just normal water lukewarm water wo sorry no passe ya so nya nsuo ne de no a samfro wo
do ya do nim because room temperature is here nsuo na se mu aye sai was adwo as nyu ebisa no obo wad na ko misro of is a dey
one num like want to mean normal
num nsuo no pa man fifire tiri wa to wa wi blog na onum no na nani ni kan se ya so onum
eso onum
semo o dem pa man no pa sorry blog ice blog na odi share body no okay so the Ghanaian Times say government tackles Galamsey head on. Lands Minister unveils secretariat to coordinate efforts at cracking down on illegal mining. And they Obi also a national security, Obi also a task force, Lands Minister. I said there be ye quotia a former good year into the idea, and they are so back secretary back wabisi. A honda nipa ni na sheni na no e free ebeko emia mia do. No bu na bisu na ma no huri say ah na nketu pay na nka ona. Nya sa na ko Galamsey. Nya sa na nya sa ehwehwani me de ko Galamsey. Debbie. The minister mu put you at risk. Yes, I go Galamsey. Kiki. Where when you see you? Maybe where you find difference for the optics. Serious. Who minister has a bamboo? Now, posting no assemble, but you know, she bamboo on a more rosa. What kind of thing are we doing? It be idea grow. And I mind some for now optics, the social media. Hey, what was side? When we say two super both sides. I'm happy that the minister wants to coordinate or because when we say tax force, now you rush to catch or some national security. We show national security. We show who are the crazy. There you are what the Hanabisu year quite say. Nipa was so on side at China China for. Why was what by China for in a choma? Young for called the den away.
Send you a more.
The den away. Oh, please. A corner, woman now only a man yourself the follow for the piano. Yet China for baby, say what got you on the cream cream one. Watch your maybe you know. Ghana say pium in Asako. The Ghanaian Times send him hand say. Small scale miners call on president to probe illegal task force. Any cano. I'm not scientific go to born. Hey, no, wafa Dominic no bi ni ayi mu nyina di akire mu yenko yekope kakra di kikiri go dan yira sika beba ni government allocates 50 million to National Research Fund. Vice President Naka say ehia pa foto ayabo ehwehwemu foto me stress say kan komu a ehwehwemu bi e be free ma ba no ye hwehwem friendly juma because ye be ehwehwemu ayehwehwemu eso se adi di juma no na akoya asemfo akoya bu achibidi
ayebu kuda ho
Black Queens for Sports Minister Kasa say go and make Ghana proud. Monko na monko che Ghana eni munya me cameraman no we dey say omo keke bi na hwe.
Dey omo kan bi anhwe. Omo kwa na ya na ya dey.
Me kwa no be bu na be ma cheze. Dey osusu se entimi nya adwuma no. Ene be ya adwuma. Mema ya kwa. E man dudu no am kwa.
Bibia meme nso ngosi hwe. So be wie na me ya. Nti ya say afani nyina no. E support. Na ka say dey meme yi.
Na no da man ko si aka no omo na stress iska. Eso omo kwa no omo di nkunimbi e ba. Nti so ka say dey ye ma meme. Na mai nyina any other sporting activities ye ma wo mo anka problem ho. Ase ya na hwehwe ni mu na ye tu. Me da se.
Yeah.
Ahodi ni nyina ko nyina fa ko. Eso en fact
e ma. Na ngwa ya hwe. Na threat ngwa.
Na bi na me kan camera ma president ya hwe
ya ma. Mon support wo mo wo mo ne wo mo hia. Wo mo ye wo mo de. Obewi omo na bedi nkunim so omo kokura sika bebi ombeda ya na yetete sansam no
omo ba hade bia omo ba joy ba dom ba omo ba be kire omo semu omo nam afekura dia ya kra so omo ko bobol amaga omo nam ankra sese kaza
be bresa as you be property bonafide property bi eda ni fie no wapeja ba nso ye omo ne dia nti eda na ba mema no ho de blaster senior fo no pe ne ye hwe won that other ones no e wo ho Omei musa golf bi course obi akrante. Say athletes bi course obi akrante. Just national football blasters no. Apart from no yentehwe. Afi na say Premier League. Sa e bi akwose ayi. Nti sa obi anhwe.
The custodian say I gave $1.5 million for NDC campaign Singaporean and akasa no den sem so ababibre wonu kuso mo kawase minus na akasa the new center so akasa or Zoom Lion deploys 200 new high-tech tracks to boost sanitation. Zoom line say no who ni awu say dey who sum ni kwa no who yi na blow jire e dey be slow and the one sem kwa dey GJ votes June 4 bets big on reform legacy.
And no and then here to abana pacho vote today
we vote in fact me late vote about me pay up me dues
yesterday yes obia ka multimedia ko bia ni
atria na president also so mo twi adwini si so say ya ntwi adwini si so that to nkitinkitin we onye paid up member na feel politician
and ade na yakituo o ba opale na ya pa na afia e bebre momiento na kwasi ageman Miami News editor and they were pray a general secretary Mr.
Ana minipa kuda
mami nwe yinwe ni emra kuda so so mo de na national regions ne so koso ba national no wa wo hwe nsentwe ni bia wo hwe yeti akwasi ageman general secretary muntuma no
se wo won info nyina fato suma ya akwasi ageman
na ni so ade hunu no anu odin ehye ya wo epeso de emman centralfo se nyame ya adom na enna bato no yekotoma no obeye no efe muadaroma ekiri ne benche centralfo wo hwe ye bia no pay wo kọ 8 yekwa akoto abasa wo kode a akwasi ageman general secretary oye number 2
okay so
number 2 akwasi ageman no wa chire aso number 2 publisher on a dash no director fatoso no obi ukwa wo hye multimedia tade e kama on a dash no akwasi ageman general secretary montoma no na odi nkunimu a mo amubehu difference so ati ase na uwie a organizing secretary eno ye Maxwell Kudeko organizing secretary former Eastern Region GJ president and you know one no
Maxwell
oh yeah Eastern Region onye ni part one you know organizing secretary no so no esefata no wadaroma mokwa monfantim so and 8 to 3 ni ato aba na wie mesrew sentwe ni bia wugina ye e won sentre kwana kwato na bibia anye kama bibi eno na do amapon kofie obi afrem
na lobby ni di bana
ti say ya na say wo mo ya de wow
say every 2 am kono o ma call wa be si ano pen na
Kobrani afreme chire tuma adwene
monkai
and I'm say don't worry me am my taking decision dada nti de wo kan de but say nyame ya dom na o we ni a omo me ehu so what you say kasa ne do so Kobrani na so
o ba ko ni ram twom dia
na wie but ya wie de hipo Presby chairman urges youth to shun galamsey onyu ohun fi galamsey no omo enfo ohun hye nnuma nsa no nnuma ebetumi aboa wo mo na fe ochena nyankopon ya adoma national prayer and thanksgiving ya de to Christopher ni nara ni
bia wo mo ni bia mpa bo hu hia
sa
asum bia wo bia wo de mpa ye ana ya adwuma
sa enti no nyame ya adoma ochena em say 7 yes by 7:30 na ati akonya no so there be 7 na wo ho na ati ho 8 ya sha se because ye Christian dear ni aksakoye Muslim dear no 12 nti awse ye nyina ye hihye ye time ni ye na ni dia nko obi die mu mumia mompa ye no maya mpa ye di mu akotene de ye nlake hweda because nyame bambo no eno a na ye de hwe Togo
na meka inim die kutanti ye jeja ye ho
Togo he ya o
oye si anu awura Togo
wa wura Togo de omo ye nua ne omo nti ayire so a ye ntimi ka se ye nye wo
na
eba ha ye space na ya he enti ye bompa ya yenkai wo sa asomdue beba ho na asomdue ba ye nso ye ho beto ye nte sa asomdue ama ho a on be pressure on beba untumi nka se o pamo untumi nka se o jewo enti ye no enne no National Prayer and Thanksgiving Committee ni bi beba ne no wadi nkomo ahwe o chena nyankopon ya adoma sade ahomboa no ti enti kwamene mfansi ha ye ko agudie mo nsem enso ebeba hye no so na nya 1000 Ghana bi bo wata so Friday na holiday Friday na ye gi ahome na o chena de o ba adwuma but National Prayer and Thanksgiving.
Correct.
Ghana for Nshanon so. He say yashishe embrano like you can say calendar no.
That's actually.
It is a holiday ni see Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Friday na abeko ahomeje. Na se si memenda na kwasi ada de abeko ahomeje adwoadem. It is Nshanon so maybe be anya confused. What you say?
Aban fofo so be saba.
No problem. Ya bompa ye sanka yemneti. Are serious? Yan komra agudie mo nsem etwaso.
Right, another week. Yatiasi kwani mo on a fantastic morning. Badwam I can see menaso say a day ebro na pay. Morta Guinness yes simuna. Franco Trading Enterprise, Design and Technology Institute. And so be admission say nya sam keto akwesi akonkwan ye omwa. Paribo twemi producer Kejuana Kasani Eric Asiedu Nketia mo akwaba. Yebesha sentem the FIFA Club World Cup is on now. At a telephone yom hupie and afina ebi dia to 5th gear ebi fropa anya sam keto akra Europeans no na mo shase na mo something which is there ba afina omo asore gina mo nice so ye pa me no can say Palmeiras qualify for the next round, Chelsea qualify, Paris Saint-Germain qualify, Bayern Munich qualify for the next round of the competition. Now yemongrom na here how mo timi qualify ko mani mo no Look up the FIFA Club World Cup our team say shape up and interesting the big boys and they qualify at the Comanimo. They are set to the quarterfinal on the 4th of July. Palmeiras versus Chelsea. Wow. Now there is Paris Saint-Germain and Bayern Munich on the 5th. And then one man qualify na quarterfinal no asset here and then Inter Milan, Fluminense and I finish Manchester City versus Al Hilal. Now you share on the first actually. Real Madrid Juventus be bona Dortmund Monterrey and so they are boni na set up the quarterfinal pairings. Star 281 hash select Adom TV na faka kra gusu ni this can fangu e botomo star 281 hash Adom TV. Yes. O select Adom TV about be 5 Ghana cedis. It's a net yes Saturday week you know. I mean 12,000 na fa check or how far. Since a weekend maybe na on koko dry but this week be 12,000 na dia your niama. Nipa say I'm giving you 1,000. Never do something for yourself. In 5 days, the Women Africa Cup of Nations have passed to Morocco, the Black Queens of Ghana. Recent friendlies are Bonakoye, but the last one against the Falcons of Nigeria and Nigeria fought Ghana boy Kamiensa. ama yatimo back when a final preparatory game enya sem keto enra okopie mu a na enya easy crowd 3-1 and Ghana eluzu ya we nyina ho sisi ayeye ahead of the Women Africa Cup of Nations. Now yeka clubs they qualified the ball but nimu no okopie mu All Blacks akachi a omani abre person mo league ni bi and power qualify for the Ghanaian Premier League. Omo coach odi omo qualify by nei omo dey abatu bia so na tonkwanta pai bi say mo anya de obi odo qualify ba no na mo na JJ mo no Prince George Kofi on your coach the All Blacks after say one All Blacks papa bu no ni somebody to be
record this way ebinu presume ana so me omo azumi say semi qualification and that's many cap license and then I mean to coach our international stage, you know, such as here. So that one it is never true. All dreams are there. It's living in the fool's paradise. Trust me. The big sign is favorable. Obviously, so we have a so here, Juma. And you may accept me to me do that stage now. I'm more than with your premiership in Ghana.
Oh, and then some coach Prince said to Jason Chalbesan about Premier League anymore. Our coach in the market of Cornelius Dubias Great Olympics 11 Wonders and our finished on African Stars of Namibia. And Tishan FM now. Star 281 hash Adom TV. Star 281 hash Adom TV. Fabigoso. Me proper weekend next year, man, more feel it. Star 281 hash. Adom TV, ba no atro Adom TV. I select Adom TV, select Adom TV. Now the 5, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 100. Now they are going to near this guy Craig but Mortar Guinness weekend the programs the Brennan course. I mean who program about kwasi na Mortar Guinness any ase. Hey, any program man no. Mortar Guinness. I'm okay one pay na. Yade bibia bread war. Kejuara Kasani Erica Asiedu body national transfers ahodo okoso across Europe sene last week Yasha said na Sumenia Evans Kwabena Sapon I join me Sabre meneno ebehwe a few transfers aba no chana asan beto so are they so enam kwan so but Chelsea awie and Barcelona awie bi Real Madrid en kwala na kosi saying I want some na Evans Kwabena Sapon join Kwabena Kwaba Bibi ekoyi Onya a good weekend
of course Yakopon
Nkwana odaye
absolutely said onim no
Nkwana odaye
yes
Nkwana odaye
use gracias nyame kan ho habre bia ene na nenam
eh Kwabena
yeah eriko
amen
amen
okay if I come transfers new ones been abakan updates ni saying
right so live on Adom TV said the European transfers no eriko akacho no ya shase ne ukowramu e wo Arsenal last week Friday the Arsenal Chelsea Liverpool Manchester United update brew na e besan bo achi wo Arsenal they say Rodrigo Goes the Silva Real Madrid player no so oyo ideal target already did the Andrea Beta we sporting director de Arsenal oni Mikel Arteta gidi passes so munya this player of every Madrid as omutu na jeje mu ombe yusu ne neche no mu yusu no sabranti oba be come say bibia be dana kwamu but don't forget 90 million euros esika oma ready so omo pe Rodrigo eso omo ko piem Real Madrid na branch omo negotiate so omo sabeka no and omo sanka no right after the Club World Cup no we'll be looking forward say the bisi akoso Rodrigo womo epe no so mbenya na na so munya no de ebre shebre ne krabia no be kire but don't forget last week Friday me catch you efa Christian Mosquera center back I don't know you use as a right back Edma Valencia and they Arsenal for no echo two say nka 40 million euros omo de pe na bacho Valencia for say dey be Erico scan of him say that brand we no ombe hia no a maybe 20 to 25 million euros no omo de buy likely so omo sabeka Christian Mosquera they say update no omo guso omo di nkomo a bibia be kama
the most wanted
now the most wanted striker Victor Gyökeres he played 52 matches gave you 54 goals, 14 assists. In fact, he's a player the entire season Sporting CP and Europe no or banging in goals. Is a club so Chelsea no more pay. United and so pay. Juventus pay and Arsenal. On one be can say we ready so about Arsenal. But Arsenal for Sikano or pay no 75 million euros now Sporting CP for pay no. Say there be of them. I don't know Federico Varandas. Ono ye Sporting director the Sporting CP. O say muntimi to 75 million euros now. Abranti we munya ne nya ne na Martin will be made kura mo de 60 million euros mu ka kofa no na we na mo mpe obi obetima ma goals 20 plus mo mpa ne mo amujejeje so Abranti no likely so wan hwa Arsenal onya ma o wa kopie mu United now Thomas Partey our very own Partey ene ya ne contract on Arsenal won abana wie ye so Partey ye be announce so baba be fi bobo konu akọ no Christian Longard na no me be catch on Friday no that guy from Brentford also commodity no cost wa obetima be PM Arsenal. So that is the update.
So what is the future? I will call Barca.
Said now no be can come you say either Atletico Madrid, the former club, or FC Barcelona.
Sure.
He got some deal be with Saudi Arabia, but come as a per the etiti no o nyanko. Obebo mo dey apply the tree still over Europe. So party the the contract on Arsenal one no. Abusua ni nyina abanawi ya. Too bad for him. He has to leave after 5 years. Yeah. Now, young Twaso enko yenima. Uko more Chelsea. This is Jamie Bino Gittins. Player na America, you know. Chelsea Eddie Sicano 55 million euros. Ako 55 million pounds from Borussia Dortmund. And ya deal na nya kwaku remember bibia kama. So he's in. A brand tells say Jamie Gittins no Obaba besi Central 9. Sancho baby adu no obekọ United na likely say Boboko fufu bia no akọ. Now after Jamie Gittins the no Bino Gittins no Erico Chelsea assign here we go back. Joao Pedro a player odi Juma Brighton Hove Albion. Now Brantia no ade ba ko ne say e ba no cars jeje a opepa or discipline player ba ko odi Juma Brighton Hove Albion. Now on the next slide. Now Joao Pedro no fi Brazil. Last season about 27 matches by Brighton or share 10 goals. Esan Ebomodin Emao 3 assists and so even 7 assists 10 goals 7 assists for Joao Pedro from Brazil. Now about be Primo Chelsea Erico deal na around 65 million pounds which is in excess of 60 million pounds. Abrante na about be Primo Chelsea mpanyifo no aye every mra omo World Cup no 3 days o ma bibia. Now uko Primo United okay, so after this no I ba ko say uko Brighton over Albion na Abrante refu bana since clearly consortium na ujafo Todboy mudi animu no Graham Potter omo confirm coach no 21 million pounds. Mark Kukureya omo ko 60 million pounds mo buy. And Robert Sanchez omo goalkeeper no 25 million pounds. Moises Caicedo before say na foreign vet be buy na 150 million pounds no the most expensive transfer ever in the history of the Premier League. Omo confirm if Brighton and then Joao Pedro so about 50 million pounds with variables.
So far Kukureya ne Caicedo na afa.
Absolutely. Sanchez. Yes, Caicedo. Robert Sanchez is sluggish. So I think say about Brighton over beyond Chelsea nko ya omu nim say omu si no omo ye den edigan but Brighton for no didi omu didi peche yenko Manchester United Brian Bilmo this player my catch say this week say bibia kwa bi omu the Man United for no omu the iska ko ye no omu say dabi player we na mo pe no amodi sika fianza no manum dia ba no so omo ye den di bi count tin ko botwetwe no gusu ekoso United are doing their best so Brighton can be also by hook or crook after Matheus Cunha from Wolves you know Brian Mbomo from Brentford also about be Primo wo catch. So deal no egusu a ekoso.
Before you go over to Barcelona star 281 hash select Adom TV yeah 1,000 Ghana cedis and no pay o star 281 hash baby south station kono mia Adom TV so mia Adom TV na o de kakra guma no pay ye we ya make 1,000 why yanko Barca Spain
now ko FC Barcelona Oran Didi Jose Maria Bartomeu the immediate past president Elma Barca Mra no ofri wa e koto abama one Laporta aba back no omo boka pa back ya after the sale of Neymar da Silva dos Santos Jr 222 million euros to Paris Saint-Germain no omo koto top players Ousmane Dembele Felipe Coutinho Correa omo koto the likes of Malcolm those Antoine Griezmann mu nyina buy ba ni nyina afa e mra opani e say Jose Maria Bartomeu efri no no jaka bebere but according to Sport we refer say one Laporta after so omo ton VIP seat we no omo nya sika de tutuale o Messi mo ka omo de Samuel Umtiti Griezmann and the likes of Sergio Busquets kakakra na e wo no omo timi tua they say akwemba be dem say so omo timi ton players ni bi omo ton pe definitely they will be able to register new players on beba and now the player or the most wanted for FC Barcelona no Nico Williams out in the Jumanima Athletic Club the Bilbao El Basque so this player Nimura I wo ekro no mu no ya say no for the third consecutive time ya say no ni nyina gina say omso a traitor wo mame mo na makwawe so desert so de be PM Spain ya boa ama ne wanyini ama obode man 40 years ni mu de ya de copa dire ununua adan ya okọ na adan wusua no na odan so nyina so ba akobode amba basa sa de dia ne wo so wadi we ya ma ma
say e bobo ko enim
na okọ the next slide na www akwa no person yes we Judas eti akwa we ni din Carlos Lopez or ye painter only the painting side o say Athletic Club ball fans on pon 1,000 times also be restore 1,000 times Erico edi e ade e ko so opanyin no ogusu a o say o ma send no ina kinye ba ni nua ne de o mo me wo ni nyina gina sa branch no e de ato dwa say aheye last summer na nka say o kopie mo Barca mo ye ya na wanko and our ball no diamamo. This season 5 goals, 5 assists. Oh La Liga ni mu. Why you be? Eti Eriko, you call the next slide there. As of now, a brand TFS Frankie de Jong. Or since say ni sika na ojo of FC Barcelona no, or the second highest earner of Barcelona after Robert Lewandowski. Why crado? Say ni sika no oje no, obete so. Say be Nico Williams ba ya, you betima register no. Unim say no baby e ka kono. Say the next slide in ba. Marc-Andre ter Stegen. You take ka.
Yeah.
Say the say goalkeeper ba. Monaco for ya ma fans many for active here. Afa popo ba yi e ba so. So omo pe goalkeeper we. Akwa we so oni baby akọ. Otibasa 48. Oto omo so. Eti so onko no yase captain si di ahwe be Jeffrey ni sem na ahwe be kwa akodi eye omu defender Inigo Martinez Anampo Frankie de Jong mbako ebeti by captain for FC Barcelona number 10 so Lamine Yamal na Zoe Ibana obetimi age free kicks ni penalties next season Barcelona Lamine Yamal latest e ban but ono free ho no e na akopie mu enso so e wa branch na kache a Nico Williams na ye kwa FC Barcelona ho se ne no ukohwemi pa dia branch no Barcelona for no betua sika not less than about 70 million euros. And yes, he can be here. But we referencing one Laporta. Was saying for to just say Barcelona for ready. Anytime will be a Kenyan member. Some to an because John Uriate Uranga, only a president man Atletico Bilbao. Only we reference Javier Tebas Medrano, La Liga president no. Omako could incomo. See Barcelona for Omunia Quenya. Some register players. Jomo Tontonwa. And so many fatiko Clement Le Ometo akoso na ni no oma bombodia register branch na they did Nico Williams so you guso a ye twen say FC Barcelona e benya Nico Williams ukowura mu a Xabi Alonso is back and so Real Madrid this time not as a player as a coach or ye adwuma o club world cup o here players be already Dean Houston aba Alexander Arnold aba Abrantia ni din e de na se ni no we Franco Mastantuano on so e free River Plate aba Eriko these players who come see can 108 million pounds no omaba be pie mu enso so Real Madrid but we are not pay Angelo Stella enti 108 million euros eti wo mo Alexander Arnold Mastantuano and then Dean Hoysen three abano no e confirm but omo guso omo pay the last of Nico Pass mo this player your friend Alvaro Carreras only a defender na Benfica now no mo be against Chelsea but Bobby against omo 2 matches your boy no Bobby or SL Benfica for no so this player e ade omo pay no but Real Madrid for see latest one so omo hia striker bia Gonzalo Garcia
onye bad so far
so play about 3 matches more 2 goals more 1 assist club world cup big stage na akwadaki to we mo product or yes Saudi Arabia omo hia striker bia so Alvaro Carreras is likely to be the next signing after those 3 now media to no now the last one the Ebabe we and now no pay no Paul Labili the Octopus Pogba Popopo the Cobra aka Pogba Paul Pogba is back to football if we say adeba ko ya ne say ubaji ni pedi na ni pedu hwamo this is a player he was in fine form from time of Le Havre ko Pimo United na wanya kwanya call Juventus ye hwe mmode mo ko boye 2016 Obabe PM that is Manchester United with that record 89 million pounds about 233 matches 39 goals 51 assists the next Manchester United in Saka at that moment no money Obama 2017 Europa no but this player after so called Juventus doping in sensem na busua ono ane nua eyini mai kan so oba Africa abeji juju so be pira
but no so at signing
and nyina sa like disappointment from ono ane family ni ade no Pogba ne after say Okoya appeal omo man doping ban 4 years no he say wetin abomodi am back to footballer AS Monaco 2 years am 2 years contract until 2027 so Pogba na de na atu no ye nyina fanya de sua ye gidi pa di bebria ya na accept and
on Wednesday ochna ye be hwiri atra na back Wednesday be do na aboabo bia no Evans be san back on Wednesday na ye the transfer news kakra so asan de abra me yidi say we enjoy yes Morta Guinness be enjoy no so ka ho a oboka ho me de bibia bra Franco Training Enterprise the Design and Technology Institute emra so second bia so no ye diska e de agu e botomo and star 281 has select Adom TV na me mouse ka kra fangu botomo star 281 Adom TV. Why need me 1,000 Ghana cedis na no pay? Yenkwe kinkring. Why 5 4 3 2 1. Hunye banyai. 0244-863 something 0244-863 something. Mon friend mami. Be friend mami. Be friend mami. Mon friend mami na ye ni nwie. Say I don't know. Monday no 40,000 Ghana cedis there. Na say obotuma ye de papa. Bottom I de we see. Aha. Eti patro efre wafa. Fanyesa obeye yibia. No matter the occasion and Malta Guinness. Franco Trade Enterprise. Phone papa bia bi na oho. Appliance ahodo nyina benya be Franco Trade Enterprise from 0246 422 338 and 055 593 9311 na yenhwe emfa ye winner number homane soro pai Mr. Ernest Anson Saka of Aquataps Ghana. Yes, ye chawo na no pai papa. Now of course mujuma pa mudie no ayaboma baso. Say the nsu nyina emu ate. Yes, Aquataps. Mr. Saka mo boduma papa to hemi I went to boho to ma boho eni say to Aquataps oh. Na jode ne akwanim na nti on tablets on dia ba na boa papa purify so am so ni ete Mr. Ernest Anson Saka for that morning going out to you but wa fa na say edundum wa fa na say fa mu wini am mfa no aha e de wa fa. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, congratulations.
Well, thank you.
Abeto mwana.
Mami Jackie here.
Na uchahe.
Because person is bound to pay you.
Uchahe.
Person is bad.
Hey, ani wadi. Afena go check it. Where niya? Ya born number of TV is here. I don't want TV no. What the 1,000 Ghana cities? Oh, what the 1,000 Ghana cities? What the 1,000 Ghana cities? Na first time I would be ni.
The first time.
Hey,
the first time I made it be
10 cities.
Yeah. But I'm me chat.
Yeah, ucha. Oh, yes. Sika fe won say emuda okroje nyaza.
Oh, emuda so me checking na fi na ba ko ari ana se emuda ho.
Ne maya ya fro. Ya fro say.
Patrick.
Ya fro say.
Emmanuel
won.
Was so many.
Imawadi number na machine yi bae nti abetum 1,000 check it. Why? Congratulations and no pay. Now the bear day.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Live you hana.
Live yani.
Well, you quit when you find the account. Congrats, Koswa, Nechabi, you be ba Koswa account to bit Sandy. Why? God. Yes. Imana identity and all say or check it ya. Question nipa wa de me phone e kpere na me momo no sound na boy ana ma check it. Hey, we je fu atu ba bi na obi ade egu so per 1,000 edi. O say aba ti ko check it aba. Why? Bernard Padibo Chemi producer na no pai. Design and Technology Institute number ni 0541693534. 0541693534. Mr. Ebenezer Kwabena of Kiadu Gas Oven and Stove Company. Stove no. Oven no. I Kiadu. Yes, Kiadu. Mr. Ebenezer Kwabena fantastic morning going out to you. I was saying, I kind of Nankasa can kejuane home. Eric Asiedu Nketia. Me no ka say na kwa Jordan the sister Sunday be a guy. E shall lie or the ba. We are na the akaswa to aso basisia the Mrs. Afia Mankwa Tamaklo. And they were in a space. Or the promoting on some to us. Because I have a
Nanso me mo akwa Badom TV Badwam health tips eso na wotwe mu nyina ye be kasa fa headaches ana tipaye so bia mitina emia na no air condition bia wo say ye me ani ku ho sana me Dr. Eduboatin na wotwe mu ye ba bedi nkomo afa headaches no ho na dwumako na daro mansonti na health tips yetime de bro adwada de kosi fia de 5 minutes ye nche timedofo nyi free ha na wa nso tie bi ema ho na ma abusua no for Dr. Eduboatin was 0244867068. Ya be how are Jane or Frena or Bejoso. Dog no pay me more quabe.
Mejoso.
Nebia boko de. Now you must see a casafa headaches.
That's right.
Na it's a paya de. Say you need to me and I be was a concern.
Medasa pa and Pembe no one yet say Obi why si nipa na wawu. And I see nipa no wanya stroke. And I see nipa no wanya heart attack. Ana si esi nipa no na hwe nye no eno ya na ihu no na bibia nye no na de ota complain an se wo mu a wo si metie me ya ihu ya se nipa no da ye no wan sode ana ihu ya ne se afede nipa no afede wa ne fa adwojo enti de kese ne se headache de ya de a obia experience bi da sɛ woyɛ akwala sɛ woyɛ panyin obi anya headache da na etipaye a ɛbɛyɛ wo na wobɛhunu sɛ ɛyɛ normal tipaye no obi wɔ hɔ a ɛkɔm de ne koraa ne titimi pae no obi da no wɔ anayi a ne titimi pae no obi wɔ hɔ a na sɛ bi wɔyɛ stress a ebia wɔ how bi da no wɔtete nsɛm bebree na ne ti etimi dwa no enti ɔsɛ yɛtimi hunu sɛ tipaye bɛn ɛna yɛ yadeɛ ɛna de ba ɛna yɛ tipaye bɛn ɛna yɛ bibi a yɛyɛ obi akɔnom nsa wanom nsa wanzu anom na ade bɛkye na ne ti ɛyɛ ne ya saa eti yadeɛ a ɛnyɛ yadeɛ bi na de aba no ɛno no ɛyɛ ɛno no deɛ ɛyɛ ɔhaw bi a that time no enipa na komwo na di saa tipaye na ba nanso so wobɛhwɛ mu no yadeɛ bi a ɛwɔ wiase bia one of the symptoms of yadeɛ bi a ɛwɔ wiase bia no ɛde tipaye na ɛba na yadeɛ bia so a ɛde tipaye na ɛba no ɛso sɛ deɛ uti no baabia uti ne betuma pae wɔ ɛno nti obi ti betuma yɛ ne ya na ne ti ne yaw ne gyana mama so pɛ obi ti betuma yɛ ne ya na ne tipaye ne gyana ne dapampam obi de gyana ti kɔ obi gire no ne tipaye ne gyana ti half ne ti ɛfa ɛna ne fa baako pɛ ɛna dwana ga obi de ebonku obi de nifa so obi tipaye no gyina ne forehead obi de no ɛwɔ n'ani n'ani ase no pɛ ɛna ne ti yadeɛ no gyina obi so tipaye no ɛpae no aba ne kɔn ɛba ne shoulders nyinaa na opagya ne nsa kora mpagya obi tipaye no a wonya no obi de no tima ne tim nyinaa hyehye no te sɛ deɛ yaso gya wom ana obi akɔnom adubɔne bi na ɛnam ne tim no obi ti yadeɛ no asɛ de kuma ɛna ɛbɔ pa
ebi ko etimi affect na ni
etimi affect obi ti paye no bo se na ni kura puru nsuo obi ti etimi pae na na ne hwene mu nyinaa efiri nsuo you see enti saade we say yewo na tipaye a enye yade na de ba no the difference between tipaye a yade de ba eni tipaye a enye yade tipaye a enye yade bi na de ba no e pae wo na ade chekura unhu biem
okay
enu nti na omo ton nuro te se F pack ene all paracetamol ne sanama no omo advert omo ye no me no omo ya adwene pa medically no e good wo se wuti paye no etoa so for enam mienu achi a ko hu doctor na kire se etipaye a eye enye yade na de ba no e pae wo no a within a short time no asa etipaye no ekọ eninti yade bebre na wo ho a yade ne fare bai egina ebema wuti na aye de aye wo ya eninti ye ka tipaye a na ye yade na wo chena no ye be dive into it endpoint homeopathic ne yade bi how bia stroke yade diabetes ana wuti na tapai wo pa ana yade bi ye wo wusu bia homi ensiso ne nko no ba fra endpoint homeopathic clinic na wo ba bia wo no ye ben ho eti fra ne ma direction na wo yade na ne ani hu nkomo number ne ye 0244 867068 0244 867068.
Yada say Dr. Dubote na wote den kanunti na otwi mu nkomo ye headaches. Wo hwese de wabo body to fa de amaye na ochena. Nyame ya dum aka ye ho 5 minutes ye nche na ye nto so fasedama endpoint homeopathic clinic. Number ne 0244 867068. Ochena kwa hoden ho a ebesehia. Rase yemu akwa bebie me Adom TV bedwam na uguso ehwe no na wotwi mu sade ye hyase 5 minutes health tips no ye de bewie fia danti ye nche 5 minutes na ye de aba headache ti dwose ya na aswani eyi ato so ye ntie sa nkomo ye na bia wanya ho ntie wo fredox sisi o beje so ye endpoint homeopathic clinic wonder romanti na nkomo yi yetumi edebrewo juada de kosi fia da 5 minutes ye nche kra timesro ya yin free hawasa wo ye wade ni nyina no na utie wo yi se ne ya ka headaches ho asem ya yare bia ha wadwen ayenko ho me ka say oguso ye free prostate scanning no emema no prostate no ye scanning and onye o hwe emanso wa wodie no check ama onye o hwe lab bamudia obetua bi se be ye ja wadaroma obenya bie na bribia no obetumi de asoya senti fredox cca 0244 867068 0244867068 na one dog eni enkomo yeguso aye damu ase o multimedia yenya 30 years asedano a ene yede mamo ene Friday jai asase ebedia 30 ebedia do kono pa ne nam eji eni kasi chum on management board yeda mo ase me feel sa me say Friday when someone say anye eno nya mo oh aha yeda mo ase ni nyina ya mo nti ena multimedia nya 30 years ne yeda mo ase se muguso ane ye eye adwuma na yeguso asesemu ye ne ma pa betumi aboa ama yeda mo ase mu bibia betumi akoye nte no ye dwumadie foforo kra life and living it abrabo dog me dog ba ku bese obi ari obra emu akuku wiase no ne ade emu ode bi mo ya tini nyina ebedi ho nkomo se wo ware awie o ye single na wo ware tese niam bebre adwuma mu sikasem efie tese niam bebre na se na wo si bo obra no edo ni dwumadie ayede ba nyame yadom amemende ya 5th July na ye dan wadi kra oba so no papa bi efia pena mighty na dwamu dia wonu mo ese fata se ni wondi nkomo no ene no mbedi nkomo na wa wo be hwe life and living it dwumadie no be wie memenda we ne memenda bia 4 pm no obo mu se wo ha obi mpa wo be wie no yen guest papa bi ayede wonu maba no won kasa nti na wakoma ato yem nti ye kai wo se nyame yadoma memenda 5th July beki nyina ye ho na life and living it ye ne afia pna mai ene guest papa bi ye mpa ho ntoma na afi wa hye no so se memenda bia 4 pm so be kan ye ho na ye de dwumadie yi abro medase so age bresa ma me medi afia amankwa tamaklo mamenda sikadua he ase omo abome pomro kama fefe we pressure bi anim itimeda free nya ba kwi oda ba na akon yo ya maba wasem yedi ne fe enti nyetire nkwa no mobo weeks ahodo nyina sikadua ombe ne kama ukokwa benya stores no a wonmo ho medo ase se woma mitire ho ete shim ena ye dwoada C4C liver specialist aba ene Dr. George Siama Jr. ena aba Dr. Chematin by this time I'm so cool so wo akotranse ye homework no hye ma no asaba ti Dr. George Siama Jr. ena aba no pay yabo achi na bia bokode so kwhye mu no ye gidi ye se wo so aba with more vim mo nyame hiraw na na de also ye ba be kasa fa de liver no eye wo ye glucose
yes
oh sir yes liver idea wo fi ye nipadua mo na say ye da fom team
Stefia
wow
liver ne de ni ho akọ in fact de bia me ka say o say ya maame mo ne na nam de bia mo ka say me nyonko brebo adana
nyonko brebo
yes na che say brebo no ye very important
sa
de yankum ja brebo Stefia ukuja na obeha ho bebre
enti eka glucose na e dia
yo me da say ye ka glucose basically ne ye ka esichire de esiane say ye ni pedua ne ye hia esichire kakra
okay
esan say adwene mu nerves and tissues away ni pedua no nyina no esichire no na ema no ahoden
okay
ti say yetimi kasa yetimi ko ejuma ye ya aguru bi aye di bia no a little bit of esichire no na efidi yourself na enya ahoden
okay
enti say ye ni glucose no dodo wo ye ni pedua no mu a na ya ahoden na ba form anything yankopon hihye mu no ne nhwehwe mu no ye hu say ye nidi ya ye was certain range bi ya was say esichire dodo no e woni pedua no nedu
okay
we did this wa e wo range e was say do ye free be fasting blood sugar abra wo nidi ye no ye fa wo moja ne kakra esichire no wa ahoden nti etimi chichire moja no ti ye fa moja ne kakra bo hu say ye hu say esichire dodo no say na wo ti ye say wo nidi ya o so wa about 5.0 until 5.1 our doctors you okay but we did there now around if you are 6.1 and also you okay if you all cry to me check it for the past 3 months or status in terms of sugar alcohol ni pediano and also around 5.6 doctors you okay but ekobro so a na de oha ba de pedua no nti brebo no eboa se ne ebe ya esichire no nkobro so na mfa oha wo mbeto de pedua no so
wow nti se bibia ho hia esichire no so ne ho hia ba ni kwase yedi mano bro so I see then ye na de mo brofo bi aba ye kan diabetes mellitus a eno so ye dia na de ne cause
yes if you am da say esichire no kosro bebre na ama o blood vessels no ebre
okay
ebra e de how ba woni pedua no so esan say moja ntimi flow ye
okay
na diabetes mellitus no derived from a Greek word diabetes say to siphon ye ka say siphon na say water drink bi now this straw actually ena mellitus no sweet enti o combine an we say to siphon sweet na chesa ade ye dokodoko fa blood vessels ni mu nti won say one major symptoms of diabetes ni say ojo so bebre because o kidney hu say esichire na dose woni pedua nti o say yi ni nyina apie nti diabetes basically e say we esichire level no ye di hu nkomo say o so 5.6 6.1 e ko no akosoro dodo nti e basa o body no ebre one major thing ni say kesiye bebre the problem with diabetes eba esan say your special organ bi woni pedua no your friend pancreas ni produce with your friend insulin no boa sene ebe ya we si chire dodo na eba woni pedua no ebe regulate no na enkosoro bebre
okay minim so hu body ye da ho ya
very good nti pancreas ni a very important organ wom and liver no eye adwuma bom nti e produce insulin no na insulin no eboa se ne ebe ya ebe carry esichire no to your muscles no and your tissues no nti si ye kese bebre a esili ekwan na insulin ne de bekwa akoma muscles nti ubonwo se esichire no abedos wo mojani eno na ye friend starvation in the midst of plenty ade anke wo se ma wa hoode no afi aba ye bebre wo ni pedue no nti me moa nti kese ye bebre major cause of diabetes. Another major thing your lifestyle. Emiani bi didi say if you are first no na your kind medical books be a try and say so percent we treat diabetes come to Africa.
Okay.
But assassin because of processed foods, any lack of exercise, any canned foods, any drinks be brianum these days. May your clients be bria bi wo ha or catch us say or start to say we jai situation be 1 year 2 years but still the sugar no e cholesterol e pa cho enye esichire particular say wudi no eno nko na de diabetes eba but eduane bebre bi wo ho a edi a carbohydrate nduane nyina break it down to glucose ni bi ebiti say rice ebiti say yam ye nuane dodo na ayedi na edinti ye ya na enye esichire no nko a enti eduane ayedi no e major thing yeso a yempe exercise pa cho esichire no ba omu a o beni a muscles no burn more emo munya ahode na isichie ne free mu enti wan ya exercise isichie ne tena omu a e de oha obrel isichie dose woni pedua ma se fi e de oha obebre adwen no titiriwo adwen no e process eye isichie na e kwa adwen mu a na nerves wo adwen me process no na itimi enya information akwa akoma your nerves your muscles na itimi coordinate nti se isichie ne be dose wa nerves na wa adwen mu they die intina nkasa so die o kidney enya problem o ni pedua ni nyina benya problem in fact we ni kra benya problem wo ye be ma ahoɔden wo mpem yera sabe wo ye oba kra wate nka so etimi yera all these things no major things are diabetes etimi de brain pedua no etimi stress ya yenhwɛ yeduane di ni yemfa some exercise being kind of lifestyle ho beboa na burn fat no amaye
enti ye ne yenhwɛ yemra liver no mu so de your topic no asie no dwumadie ben na ekoba ne se ya liver no betimi ayede aboa ana sese yema glucose no dose a etimi affect ye liver no
yes people liver no de edikan no eso ne moja so enti moja bia ya ko woni pedua no mu na wo se brebo no so ne so na ete hokroje na de koma akoma no na akoma na chiche na esichire no ebe dose a liver no play role bi a ye friend no glucogenesis pa cha mo fa ncham glucogenesis kire say o break it down glucose na adose moja no mu na wa store o store emra ye hia no na wasan de ama yen back eno nti se wo sikyere no ekọ bi a 8 9 liver no notice pe na wa start ye ejuma na waji sikyere no na wa store in the form of glycogen nti o store abon se wo sugar na ba form nti se wo liver no wa hoden a etimi bua regulate wo sugar ni ye ma de to so biom e bia na wonni di e but okoye exercise ana o person your activity bi uhia a little bit of energy but wa hoden wo form liver ni notice o notice a na wasan release glucose no store e no e de ama back na we si chire na san abasro kakra say na be ya obetimi aye wa activities nyina. These are very two important function of the liver. They are told to be omne say yeah na ye o diabetes cry e chire say eni aduane we endi emo endi yam bebre ni we bebre all these things you know obi be ka say adan na menya energy free sa aduane we mu na ozi ma mendi liver no hu o fat no we break fat in down no the amount energy o hu proteins no we breaking it down no the amount energy nti ema unye dependent on carbohydrate foods ne bebre liver ya bi omo so regulate hormones if your hormones be na the ejuma doso me use o wa cry nche obesa ye bibi fufuro sisi ya so ema stress level costro and when your stress level goes up too much hormone e friend cortisol hormone so be doso cortisol hormones so hwehwe ma me hu say to me increase your chances of your glucose level e costro o liver ya was special receptors bi wo ha o notice say cortisol hormone adoso na wa metabolizing and as we breaking it down no they are back out our nipeduano in this case no obwa say the be ya sugar no nkosuru bebre emma from bebre so that all the time obawo in normal range enti brabo ne de ye ntu na ejeje mu kra condition dia o treat bia in fact World Health Organization kra mayati say non communicable disease a chronic disease no the toso 9 a fourth very dangerous one eku don't be brepan air diabetes because diabetes bet me ama wenya cardiovascular disease and I say hypertension heart condition diabetes ya bet me ama wenya nerve problem neuropathy diabetes ya bet me ama wenya vascular dementia I saw we be free neoma be brain Alzheimer's diseases ni nyina anti mestre say baby a wo bia no ma obrebo no ho hia na brebo no ntumi mmoa na ma organs a wo wura woni pedua no nyina anya ejuma yie na mfa ahoden embre ni pedua my contact ne location Adom nti C4C were all over Ghana and to some extent some part of Europe e pa cho so wo Ghana had ya was central region you were Green Hill opposite Addison Square Garden wo aye in the Ashanti region so you were Juso Kwamo Jache Junction Accra ha you were Denta SDA Junction Takrade you were opposite Fejai May Sport ye ejuma from Monday ekosi Saturday na mestre say Livoto na ye dia badwa so ye the first homeopathic medication a ubenya no over the counter enti all over pharmacies ahodo wo Ghana nyina no ko na so per Livoto na ubenya bi ato ma Livoto no mra oni pedua no na emwansiesie organs na ahodo no na ma enije ni ahode emra fie pacho ye distribution all across enti number me to the first 50 callers efra ubenya 50% discount na ya san ya free delivery at the amount 050 00 40 331 050 00 40 331 and I say 050 00 40 328 050 00 40 328 C4C liver specialist ya jiendro ni di edge treatment plans ni di anything na dey via ka say once treated forever treated I don't pay do bibia yeah Dr. George Siamba Junior say papa pendenso nkomo ni abidi o yapomdin mu yemkomra na yeba yebetwaso Adom yada say yemu akwa bebie me Adom TV bedwam na uguso ehwe no yada so mre no adaje ma memfa sedama Frederick Opticals said ombo mani hu ben me do mo se papa wani de no ana o kan enti ahwedi entweme problem o ma ho ansa ne ka say edwuma ni light he ma mo hu ban ye be hadwen ti wo ho bia weba na wako akocheck wani e Frederick Opticals woni Thomas nso wani ayi wisi wo de na mo sa kokocheck e Frederick Opticals ho
nyame ya adom a sɛ nyina yɛ nim ne ekoso ochena nyame ya adom a 1st July Yama Penny John Dramani Mahama ebetna so no oyɛ ne sɛ 1st July de emfansi hɔ ne yɛmɔ mpaye na ene awurade ase de ɔde ɔman ya beduri ɔkyena wo kwa adwuma hyɛ no nso holiday no be Friday but day na de ye observe ne de ayɛ mpaye na nyame ayɛ yadom ama yɛnya mpanimfo a wɔn ka planning committee no ho a yɛ no ba bedi nkɔmɔ ahwɛ ɔkyena program lineup no it is say me ankasa me senior Jackie Ankra well we kasama for National Day of Prayer and Thanksgiving e wa hase obapa onkwaso ahofe no a yeda say na fe Imam Ishmael Okota Bedu enso ha peni onkwaso yeda mo ase papa pa no pay fauta mu ni agro pepe no gina ha mo nyame nhira mo pa me didi ye se wade no white me didi ye se sade one more credit one more time so no yes e watch na 7:30 ni eti akonya so e was State House would delay pay e be kwa jaw because e be sa call ayi kandanso na yakọ Muslim prayer why would delay e be affect bibia mum yemrantem na yenya ne ntem yensa nko yenwuma so na ye fe ti me nam wase na me mom akọ ababiem ti we me nya ne ladies first na me mra etu otu a twere be ma bo
ye ne ladies first na me nka se ahofe na adware o se
eniaba senior thank you ne da se papa
so nim sa adom de me fie
eno krepa enshoma ye shre ye be sa twen ono asaba ahofe no so wo ho aye fe dodo enti we di wada o ma fe yemfem National Day of Prayer and Thanksgiving yate
a bibi ye dede kakra enti dum no factor silent
yemfa enhyase o twenya nkopon ya adumade na esi
asa de o kan ye o man panyin ene so maaye si embeto nsan frega na fo nyinara ni emra forecourt of the State House echina your Republic Day 1st of July yenya your sovereignty your power in independence na dey march but July in a year Republic Day na odiesi na eni so se Republic Day no opese ye bom pae na ye kabom se enkabom de enkoso eba na nansen ase wan hwe ni ya unhu se ye divide ye ho kase na medie me wo party we mu na medie me ye nkrani me ya kani na medie me nsum Kristo ana me ye traditional religion enti ya na feel say ye nye bako ye na ye refi say ye one people one nation under one God ti omampenyin na nisu aduhu sa de ka pese ye bom ni ye fa asedem nyankopon se de be ya obebie kwa ama ye na ye man no etimi a develop o pese ye count ye blessings wo hwemu a enkrofo ka se emu ye den but nyankopon hira ye
bebre
na o dwene de wakoma hape no na ore fidie okra e wo wonsem but ye wanyama bebrea nyame e de enti ye theme ya fa for afi Thanksgiving ye reflect reset renew for national prosperity reflect nature say ye ndwindwin ye past failures ye blessings ye reflect on ebia boni bia mayew ana bibia wo wa yetia me na yenkase ye de akoma pa ene akoma baako ebebo ne you ye can say humility ahobrase ene ayi asumdue ne ya bom na afede ya de nyame ase na watumi abue kwan amayen
wo hwe abako time be ya e wo hemfa
me patro forecourt of the State House eno de obi ani bebia wo opposite Accra International Conference Center and arrival of guests 7 year person obi atenase because omampanyin are very punctual by 8 o'clock na wa bedu ho na ye de hwehwe so anu no nti ye person obi a bebi ne atenase na eja ye nyina me aye
sa enti by 7 there no be antenna se
me by 7 there no be antenna se the planning committee there by 5:30 kra na
na mo kwara am say monna
ye na
sa mesa ba ho bi me kwa alaji hoi nyame ya adom a na se ye wie anopa e Christopher de no a tambe na nkremo nso ye hia ye de no
ye dan yami ase ye fa asedama ewari nyakopon motiefo gina enda ase afensu ye dan president ase
committee wada ma ya ma no so kakra bo
committee members ne ndo bi ase
sir
na adom ene age ede abaha no na sese my sister kai for court there no started ya fan say 7 there obedu ona je say why ma o 6 na ya so wo ho no president beba around 7:30 8 no ya shase
sir
esa he be 10 o'clock nti we pe na ye call ye national mosque hono they started one program be started 12:30 exactly
okay
nti started 12:30 na your friend say you be ending by 2 o'clock.
Okay.
It's between 12:30 and 2 o'clock. Just 2 hours. You by end do 2 hours. Na yeah, short program.
Okay.
Sesania your sister kan you know. Nyakopon aya dum bebre.
Sir.
Na o danya mi ase na o de bi aka mo. Sana Bible ne kan. Sana Quran so kan. Na oti wana se nyakopon eye bibi ma na se wana na se
on fa bi nka ho na even cry se minchowa no a wo de toto ya ye ho a imam a chemade na ma na na se wasa chemade wa na na se obaga se na ni pa yi basa wo da na se no hu se afena ni aso ade a me ye nti ne no cry se woni bi kro obekọ akope because you am mebre me ho ada na se na ye ne de se hwe how much nyame a o ma ye nkwakwa
na nyame so do opasida se wo kaya yesu o healing 10 lepers abako babeda so say it was 10
yes
where are the 9 enti nyame pe asida
sa
eno hutina ye sister kan no reflecting nyama nyakopon di ama ono
okay
nyama nyakopon aye ama o o show pastor obo se nyama bebre nyakopon aye ama o na we no akwai se enye se bi ekremoni ana se jackie Christopher ana se betie nyina ye ba be ka bom na ya yesa asida
okay
na afensu udara se ni wi a na wasre no
sa
yes so wakumem o say o grateful heart and no ye bi kan ho
sa
ye bi kai say ye call Pentecost for penny hono o say ye be da nyame ase bet ye o say ye bisa
yes
nti ye be asa no ye da nam se na ye bisa
o say ye musa no de be ma ye
yes nti ye da na se wi a na che say ye dia tu nanim se na o man no wa nyakopon aboa ye no akodu no onfa ben kan onfa ma
sa nti yen hwe say dwumade ye prayer and thanksgiving e dey enum besumi ade e titwe obe na yato won sa from na hwan na ye speaker ye ochena no pade no
achena na pa Christian wana ye call Vatican ekokofa Cardinal Peter
enya agro
to make
papa
all the way to the Vatican
aka obe pope no
enti papa Peter apia Texan and ebe share sermon na maye but on say akoye day of prayer national day of prayer and thanksgiving inti ya frɛ asofo ni na enti ecumenical bodies just say bebia asofo bia wo bia no or baby Archbishop Duncan Williams asofo kum chacha just say from the north to the west obia baby and for traditional religions so no ye do omashe your traditional rulers enti ya invite ahimfo no said you be a mobile represent traditional religion enti hoso no ya cover ho na ye free hoso ye beko Muslim praise and worship Benisansa Tema youth choir beba Pastor Kofai just say nipa ne do Tego sisters nipa ne do so Joe Metal Perez music obi e baby says
na ye nyina e beko ode
e kwanda ho
yes e kwanda
e na ya mount screens so yeah mountain screens it spill over no obi abenye bia across the road mountain screens bebre
na ebe live wo ye channel you show
ebe ye live because other regions no be quite be set up e wo no e china na pa ya yes set up wo ba hwa efe ye red gold green na wa wo he said dia oh sis
me judi nyame aye bio so bi koto aba ye wie de na asi bas ye timi akoto aba ya kire ya dwene na bibia ye smooth abedu ha
na ye nkoda na democracy
eno huntina
but ye si wo Togo
yes
nyame aye ade patwa ye
nko president kan say aba na ye to ye no ohwa enye onu ankasa enye omo ahode enye ndisi ahode na ndisi the winning party no but nyakopon adom no ma winning nti no this area no etu
okay na adeba ko so a e ye fe pa ne se ye mpese ye be ye ne partisan ya tun safre MP ya friend political parties ya friend former presidents just say ya friend you making sure say empenyufo cover tracks ya friend obia ti china no ye mpe a party colors be our obi anshe white
okay white
sign of victory yeah she white nya bani abeda ya nyankopon ase nya be ne say or the yembe kompempen so obi abeka say Ghana is the gateway to Africa and back.
Mena mo say na che nyankopon ya adumonto nsuo pamu ye so ahomachi na nti wiem e ma ye da mo say papa panti o chena ebi a wo hwe o western north no ni ade umtume ma o channel na ha ya e be ye no bia hunu ye hia no ugidie so de beta to o bia wo bibia nso be ye kama ewrade o de ya sase no o de ye bewi me de afia amankwa tamaklo o chena kayo National Day of Prayer and Thanksgiving ebe koso o maimo tie nyina ye mfe hu hyem efie kura na wo na wo mpia hye white ye nkunimdifo de o be ye na be reflect ye da say ye koi sister Sandy B or ye guy ahosepe etwaso.
Beautiful Monday, last Monday of the month. And I ababima the world of entertainment near me kokoso e baba becho e wa ha be somo de fata oni no sumu no ye de chicho mienu sa me the Sandra or him adwuma nyame Adom entertainment am Ghana for chemu a
woni sa Sandy no where the jayo or ye guy sister Sandy be a guy
I'm the guy scoring 2 times a guy guys mienu and some de be brain aba Amonya some beja na meso adwuma na nka megya ade achi bia mo de bi beja me ya ba ni abenti no yenko ensem ne so
bi di konkonsa
kwa bi pure study asem no kwa konkonsa kwa na wo bo me so bo e kan say social for the first time Ghana Nigeria collabo album sana social for etre mia me gusu hwe me kwa eminya kakra se TV IP mo time ahonka wom ni ade no nya album ana social for na eka say ya de hye kronkron last made rising star in fact I ko be pibo man o ya ade obo ne homoden pan yi ka o free papa yi hoi ka ye bi mo mpa ebo sen ka won hye ase no mo fan kan asem ba ya me oti ase ogusu hira brantie no wa ya ade papa yes one Nigerian guy bi we nye collabo keke we nye single name mo the album na ebe na alatafo I hope some so no mo hype ya de hye no okrum ho se ne ya so mu aye hype bre yi se one last mid ye bibi no mo so mu nso mo ho omo abegu na make una do stories about last mid this collabo this album make una do stories for us. Thank you sha. It is ana e wo krum a ye twen nya hwanwum a e wo so. Congratulations, first time Ghana Nigeria collabo album. Na I mean so omo my teaser bi ni ade. Entertain it and this is how we like it on the streets and twa so. Guy be wo music industry ni mo, you know. Such a handsome young man. But in some kwana na. Hey! Just a guy no very talented guy. Ono maso se o tonyom ne se o rap o fanti ni mu a just say uti say th for quatches most these no dem mama but they say the papi go dwa kwada ni social no just say hey but me feel the way ni niama because he can't be bothered. Son or living a life, he can't be bothered. If you say, Obi de so. Now the aqua gem airman nadia so. Hey, oh, Papi Kojo, you are in your own world and it's good. First of the disaster rapper bed on I cheap palago Mufasa. The same Mufasa, that's why I say, Oba fan crow 4 beats, violence ne muna 1 hour, you know. But Papi Kojo, also rest studio, Gemini de wedia on Santa Crab or Kama. Also, Bombardier rest studio, not to be money miniano. Sani a pen with streets, no so game, bass for bass. Na industry, my she won't say. Also, carry a woo, also your belly. Corra, not to be money, no. Nada. Young to answer, no so. This conversation you're having on for a very long time. Conversation we are maybe king. I am come yet this for years. They be obi mani muso. And if you are underrated, if you are crab baby sanyo me ene chechen komo. E ma me bisa no. Also no feel underrated. O feel support amode man na amode man no if you na ne kan. But netizens ntia because if you are so mic mu or co stage ne performance how we fear tonyom ne voice omo ntia say baby I was say fear drew no onwe na me so me bisa mo say why fault mo amo kan kra if you anyom say na wo phone so mo amo yes argument ne say if you are underrated if you abo show out ticket ko mo amo kan say and if you I was say baby ati wa savage drew no otwam how many times na if you show awoko if you post the idea do you share are you following her these are questions I was see beside your na de bia sobo na ma ko fa lata fo ya tare ho comment sections no mudi at them say we can't trend without mentioning their name like yo Thames is good no two ways about that but as I say fear should have been bigger than Thames mo bi ani ni lane abaya ne nko yeso ye de yem push no yenti asama abremu a fresh boy eka ye ba ya twetwe ho nkomo.
Mr. Thames is the most overrated female African artist ever. Eka Thames no bia on. Na ka Adina ne Afia should have been bigger than Thames. Na so Ghana ne enim ye artist so. Enim ye artist so hype. Ye artist blow ya na target ne person bringing it down. Just say, me share talent pa e good Ghana pa on. Yet to me excel than Nigerians. You can't almost population wise. It makes sense. Now so kakra say 30 million na Ghana no. I don't know kakra na wom no. We don't support our artists. I'm as a talent like Adina ne Afia. On my ira and at Thames e blue na Thames eh. Anytime I meet Thames we am say enti Afia pa you ma Afia de be ma Ghana for pa Ghana for to push Afia ma Afia do some kind of pedestal. Thames e blue unity.
Eh me can say mu nyina mo te se me anka nkofo ekwa ko bunya platform alatafo yi eya akwa Nigeria kwhwe wo pay interview kwa de mo yi o mo hu okrom ho no mo mfi ba de achi bia ne de platform say bo mu din bo ya emphasize energy no emmo Ghanaian artists because Ghanaian artists o mo bo mo modin o moli niema abaye enye mo me enka Billboard niema record a o breaki mo ma yenka Jackie wo hoi niema wo foforo mo me yenka de bia ko social ne so ntokwa me na me fa me na me di me na sa na ade asa oh me de ma brem ko me tie me ja ko me yare ye nto aso na Kempaluta me nua ne so ase ho me nua na se ho wasa abrochiefu akeka bom ebu kill for show na me nua be ma American brother em so be provoke no wan keep ni cool ba yo bro unim se me de meka no kre na chew bro I thought that in moments like this now we show that we are professional. I thought that I understand say people can really provoke you to your neck like I'm okay say artists ne celebrities omo ngeni pa na moja na momumu hello they are humans before being stars enti wo shada metesa mesewa no e shada provoke Kempaluta and on so to be a man sewa chest and a wig crass sapo go so shana Kempaluta mu ade and odidi ma me for atem no I'm not here for disrespect I know they mean tolerating say be o maame wo se wa wo sister panyi bi o chen wo de e was say ka control ho mo wie show no kwa wa friend backstage and yes wa bobo ama ne neat ne awoso but obi obetimi aye old enough like your mom ah one keep you ko abobo man wo hopa microphone there menua wa anya de na wo team no obi antimi anhwi mic no so amfiri wonsem and am me also wa anya de artist gina stage or the energy ashim or perform or ye de obetimi aye na mommy wo so wo bu na bem obi ogina stage a wo entertain wo bu na bem na mommy je say ya to bi ama ne wa ho de akoye no mi hu ba bia me nyina mi gina mfimfi kempaluta je wo de mommy je wo de mo nyina pow ye hwembre
The fans sitting on the bar. What's in the next one again? Everyone is proud. You don't give a fuck about you. You don't give a fuck about you. Trust me. That was one of them. I don't think about me for the cup.
Hey, Abrochefwe. There's a more original more money fans, more money fuel, so one year more. Oh, they're making. She said, show I can paluta koye. On say, yanti show no she. Ye who ne performance bia, yanti show no one some dear course positive. I was ye who you. But wake a cran or you say trendy. We have a long way to go as a country. Yeah, quite what? Because adia sano. These are things I need home. A guy na bushu. Mo share no ma. Me am gina hair ke kura mpo no. Me hwehwe show dem mebwa. Me am gina hair kura. Me hwehwe show dem moy. Most of ya ade a mo promote because enye we ya me kwan ka menim so wo show. Enye we ya ka menim so wo show. And you can do better. We know management. Mo ya wa post show no page. Ya kan we dia san kan no kan homa. Why? TFNC. Fancy, Mr. Weber, I am a director. Hey, first off, happy birthday to one of our cinematographers, Omofia, one of the young guys are all for first off, or let us say, Gbajule, and then I would from all of us here, first off, we love you, keep soaring, happy birthday. Uncle Thomas Waha, hey, Kwabi P, girls need feel you social, so, Madam Mungina must see, OPD, I am a producer, and Elise, will make up department, I'm the guy's queen. We will be back on Wednesday. 2 times a guy. Bye for now.
Asemiyidika. Hinda beka. Akwasi insia. Commander 6. Karo seniatia.
Ene juada June bosumeda toso aduasa. Afimpimienu ene aduonu enum. 30th day of June 2025. And then the last day of the month of June. And today is exactly 6 months. Yura afe 2025 mu. Uo bibi abeya ekwe mansa. Ya pai afe ni mu. Akane fa baako. Esretete krafo amonyame ayebuafo. Nya otonso bo awia ne bremu. Somana huode na nimonyam ne bambom kosnye kese wo yeso. The next 6 months na kan wadwo say esa be free sabre kreko adesemu wapa. Nima bebre na bone fo na ahia sfre na kasa nye free mu. Ome ehuma asembi. Onye free esan musuo entwatoso emu. Ena ko ye prison bebre nipa bebre da ho ma eye entwatoso. Everybody me mama sunya dintia ya tamfo. Ensi ne nwie omo yaboafo nkae ni anya de srefo ansa na yedidi. Bededi akwasinsia. Asemi de kandie. This is the show. Enye ahmeka. Ene komo no nya ahmeka kura. To be honest with you, yes. And then come on, and now me come back say. But me no, and I can't be a massad no ababa yesa. That I'm a GNA, Ghana News Agency, for story on road carnages on our roads. So this is Ghana News Agency. The report of the said National Road Safety Authorities, more road deaths, injuries reported in 2025 crashes. The National Road Safety Authority, Badwam, said, so we share from January to May 2025. Now compare from January to May 2024. Africa kwenshia ene ni pewu akosoro ye pa. So the National Road Safety Authority has reported an 18.9% increase in road crash totalities between January and May 2025 compared to the same period in 2024. And now we can. Yes. Time because me no me no enso kan bi na aba be sa. Me no me no ye nyine kan bi e na aba be sa. The rate at which a car kwenhia AC so ye mamu no ano den. Ano den. No kure. E kwenhia de e wo ho. Ya ni pay de e kwenhia ka ye ho. Da bia de ne kwenhia be ko, da bia de ne kwenhia ebeba. But ye betimi ateso baabi. Die ne ye betimi aye. Ene ma be na e kan obi ama kan kwenhia no ano doso ye mamu. Na me da bia so ma kan say o man ye timi obi we ye bi de hye ne de. Find solution to problems here na edin. Because na accident esi o man bebre ye de ahya baifo. Oh, bra say kan fiefo na aku na me ko ye bi asante mampo. Na maame abro no wanya 100 years nya kopon ato ne sade afre no. Me gina na abro bia be gina me cha ka chem sa kwasi. Unim say eno efiefo ne ku no. Na me say ade afi de afi kwa de ade. Afi kwa de ade. E bi 100 years. Oh. Oh. Ah. Onyi ko do say. So to omanya BBC etibinya excuse dear. We will find difficult in dealing with road crash. Some of the road crashes nibi. And a Kwakra Kumas highway coach. It looks as if say every 2 days there's an accident on the road. An accident be a CBA nipa ba ku ewu a nipa me sabewu. Kache basa e wo ye man mu. Akwan boni ya ye nam so e wo ye man mu. Also say we need to do something about road accident. National Road Safety Authority is telling us say from January 2025 to May 2025, accidents are increasing by 18% as against 2024, the same period. So as some mind dear area found. Ye be jani say ya me nwan ma wu say. Ye be kwan say ya me nwan me ka kwhwe ase say ya da bia. Minister for Roads and Highways. Minister for Transport. And what is our pragmatic plan in dealing with such a issue? This is a canker. Nipa na ewu kosa no emebunu empeni nkwada ene ewu kosa no etema nipa bebre kokuma so mo na kire eye ewiemhye no ena ewiemhye bo so na otwa nso a entwa say tam ne dia hwutrim yepesre we can't continue like this. We can't. Day. Makase chiase anse chiase. Chiase anse chiase. One neighbor be your baby. One neighbor be ka home baby. One also to be one among. We expect that these two ministries will come together. Let's find a solution. At least it means to us there should be a drastic reduction ti no take mu Kumasi a wo ye mehihyew saa kopem so beduru na BP so de ne ho agimma bi wo ye mehyew saa kopem se wo be free nkran ko du Kumasi ana free Kumasi we du nkran because who took quite on a 5-hour journey. Ya kwanye. Ya shenka phone so so much or driving yen so. Ya driving basa. Ya passenger for so ya team so. Ya be catch driver say be on the air kono. Wo the air kodo do. Teso no ne ya timi aye din. Because uko kai obi table be catch say speed ben wako, speed ben wako. But times a man phone him. What the front as a car cost with the woman is out. What the car front next a cost with the woman is out as compared to be your tertiary. Tunya some one woman the front, no, as we been wako and ya pet them ube. The road accident is just too wayward. So now I love this article by the former MP for Kumbungu, Honorable Rasmu Barakwacha, na pamini medin komo. Minister for Transport Patrol ofra wonfa ye ne fa ne ne nkasa why. Ofra wonfa fa. No susuye bi office or share with you a ebetimi aboa. Wa fra wa besa boso mienu nie. On pick o call. Pick the call. Rasmu Barakwacha party mu ni pa pick the call. Then nim komo. O ideas you person share or pass na wa say ma anya to fine. Say na adwenkyere. We need to deal with this challenge. We need to deal with it. Yet we just the bianema my report accident see nipa mienu awu accident see nipa na yawu accident see ye twa obi nine no. Na ya kwan bone ne so no ye sisi bebre so ano. Ya kwan bone ne wo mam no e ya doso. From nanti kojo ho ye ka se be Kumasi e kwan duwa carriage be pem ne. Ye timi nwie ye. Ye nyina so ni pefie pa se cars nam sa kwa we so no enye cars ketua. Ka betimi abo apeso saa wo ye so ya fa kakra pa ye no bi so atweneti. Na bi e ka se aman nyina e kwa agya yen. Let's set our priorities right. Enima eji manfo enkwa edi from nsem no it should be of interest to yen timemfo ene ya ban nyame hu ye mobo na station masters amoso meto wan mu a modi agi sikaje ka basa bia ni amane lodi e wo station no ene ko VIP station kohwe some of the cars ni bititi apasa ora da kabre frempon mo VIP cars bebre ya tete apasam mo hia na munya ne yie monya musika sika o se car ni ma monya muntoni enkoto ofro and most of our stations cars basa but see the kumi kwaye from 37 to osu to na wonom no asa ya mamre cars basa ne gu wonom and they load from a 37 to osu o temo ahwe o bi betwa tetanus Sakas basa nyina so kuna bebre so station masters dia. Onyi fro na car papa be shem. Na bia kwa station ayema. Cars be na ma station ayema, car tete apansam. And ma station is one ayema. So that same also take it up. O man wo mra na hihye cars edu ba bia say prima na ye adwuma. Cars be one man the life span say tim ye adwuma o mem no atwam. Ye taking off our road. Now police for the moku kwan so mo so nyi nipa kwa ho kakra. It should always be about 7 years you be din kwa.
Kano said it here.
You didn't pay pass a car airquay. And send for the 7 year road wedding. Oh, say please road to channel. Near kwa a ye deviant echo be a nipa bena and back car wed a road wedding. Say bet my heads be all rolling and what deviant honum. Oche cars be pair nam ya kwen so. Yeah, ye twa road wedding certificate pa dia manna. Tim say devil for timoding. Timoding. We ye cars say be a ye road wedding. Say be fa ya kwan so. Umye ho sa. Umye ho sa. esi ye dan no anka wo dan eti no kanya se contract na ne gine ade be ka wo dan no wo beti se mu oya me de akwasisia o mai kwabra satina be jafo ya krado ni pense mu e to aso asemi de kani background.
Well, about questions, and it's very true because no me see where you a hard journey. If you're a driver, if you're a passenger or a car owner, so road safety authority, and a post for you know, more boy, hona intimate conkai more because teach you a crack Kumasi road and run a bus back on another private car. For you, you should find it there. Ubunsa Fide, Gian agency. TSC, careful. On that note, let's drive safe. Let's get to our various destinations safely. Now, driver for car, passenger for car, owners car, a bino through the sector minister, roads, road safety force car, NCC force. The bonus a very important. A station masters. I just say, Obia Kahubi and a money we pay you. Yakwanso and Jokra. Very avoidable deaths and ACC or Yakwanso. Mamima one many of Modin come. This is the first time my prayers in Missiomo. Na Onyamia met me a shiomo. Mabuna omu enimdi. Na omuse omunim diano. Ebe support to Ghana through their various political parties. Dr. Sameaye Ekasa Emma NDC Amanyukono or presidency. Nimu Edu because for ye Kasama Dr. Sameaye Okasama NDC or war presidency Nimudu ye Utimde Ekasa Doc Akwaba.
Major so many opinion your mind.
Bibi Aboko
Nyame Adom. Bibi Aboko. You go soon kakranka. One who say 1st July na ye papa His Excellency one na ban ene ne mpanyefo age atum say the be a day of thanksgiving and prayers. His Excellency the President ogidi ye pa say baby a Ghana edu no. Onyame Adom ene ede yete ha. O share all around the country wherever you go. Say wo left to, say wo right to, say wo soro. Amaye try ho ahia nyina ya amaya. Me no ka say basabasa yesim if not now or in the past about 5 to 10 years. Amaye no Togo na me no ka say fed yesi wo. Ivory Coast some years back fed yesi wo. Burkina Faso fed yesi wo. Mali any other country even Nigeria. But otie security experts and some more can. Ebi mo kra ntia se Ghana baby a ye doing ni niyama esisi around us no. Ye da so te asomdwe mu. Because our jihadists ne other military chese rebels ne they all around you now nko our country there. Bullets ba komponto mu a. Onyame Adom ene etiase. Enti ye papa His Excellency GD say yemfa na ase merade. Yemfa na ase ma ala. Enti obehia asofo mpanyufo obehia muslimi mpanyufo any other religious faith bia omoso bompa ya yeye na ebo Ghana on 1st July anopa 8 o'clock na ye shame at the forecourt of the State House. That will be the first session I be bompa ye preachy asumerade atrontromerade na ya bo Ghana hompaye for growth and prosperity.
I see.
It's maybe Aboko.
Sorry, we are brain. He's a lawyer, part of the national communications team for the New Patriotic Party. Mrenim for Kwesi Butchie Jr., lawyer Akwaba, and thank you for your time to be able to there. MPP Muboko, I always say things are falling apart. Your center is not holding.
There be near my book or MPP no na answer na near my be stable. I was say go through rough moment. Fanini account na ma amanyu ko no. Ejina ne na so yie pa nti anopedia me dia konye sumefa konye na machia hwefonia na maka say in fact me de say na ye hia o okay, say, oh, present kind of young men, be share. In fact, your mum na your present, you know, be share. Because it's always a privilege to be with you now. Of course. A lot of people don't know, say, one of the reasons why I'm a politics player, my to be my friend of Godfather. Wow. For at time, be a guidance and advice or the my boy. And then Yamin Kwame himself, I'm a beneficiary.
Me medical school, no, and opa biya. We share na sana ma class.
Meaning say senior politicians, baby, Eric J. Munia, Mudin Komasa, Major. In fact, a lot of senior politicians, they be an Ianka, Mobi and TB. But another per se, you do was that man, Ghana for who say. We are not celebrating you enough now. You papa.
Okay, so thank you. Bibi aboko party.
Bibi aboko na your national Thanksgiving na. We dem susu say ya the papa. Na mo mi ntimi nye Thanksgiving at the same time. Na gay for a person omofa omai ebo omobo. Say you ko bompa na say gay for be na Independence Square na say.
What is the position of the law? Because of maybe they are kufri. Yeah. Omai no. A problem yes, a bassa, because we are gay, we are lesbian, a money we pay your. What is the position of the law?
Mine, you realize, and you be a kana, I was say a color. Sometimes we even have to look at the morality and the cultural underpinning of this country, because our constitution and all the laws in this country recognized morality and also recognize the cultural underpinnings of this country. Any law be able to say president will hold a national Thanksgiving Day. But because of the morality of the state, because he no ejitum say Ghana ye Christo man, Ghana ye unyame man, your constitution no preamble na or say in the name of God, ye jitum say yembra upon ye. Into Ghana you unyame man. Into we cannot say because be any mranim no into no obi abetima ye diope. There are a lot of things yenye, but enye necessarily say illegal, but because enye morally upright into yenye. We don't even need to enact any law say criminalize gay and say gay because Bible account kind Leviticus say clear. Say dey ba ko man Nyankopon bu football man bia so ye say gays and say we so as a Christian nation, as a nation ye dey o man sika eba be national Thanksgiving na embra bia support side no. Then we also have to come together to condemn gay for the lesbians for mo pese o mo fa ye man yi na o mo de ye niam o mo pe na nde nya de papa na Samia ye me person mama peniti ase say my ne kan also wo president mama peniti ase say oya Thanksgiving na say gay no wenti man condemn na nya Nyankopon no di ne ho fel te o say ne ye de na nsi ho na Christopher kom ho bom ma Muslim fo ni akom ho bom ne agitum say sa gay ne lesbianism ne oma ne de ya de a ebe say ye man.
At a point in time there was that opportunity and privilege for your government. Sen committee me ended this whole conversation now. Even though your traditions and your customs and your BBID dance, yes, we abhor. That privilege, that opportunity, so the moral grounds are because this is a government that almost when everything was ready for just an appendage, it was a matter of your cohort in Chilemu, there be rights, there be so back and forth. Why are you now talking about it? Because government is now leasing the boot.
That's a very, very good question. Granted, without admitting, say, a MPP failure, Intina Ghana for a court for Abano, or Mumaya unprecedented defeat means you were history muda, I did 41.7%. Intina ne Tifiano, Tinene wo position. Tina Ghana for President Mahama Kacha almost say a Tuabama no behe, Amasagi Mrano, Yajiatum, some George Bo who do Ghana for 82 Abamono, and no more abem. How many months? Almost 7 months. No effort. In fact, Tama President Akufo-Addo Krawo Hona and Brani ni hon ye huda yante da say ye Independence Square ye national monument. And no man no say Independence Square so say security installation. National security installation. Into that one say obi ye and say party and bibia o Independence Square. Na say na obi bibia o bia no. Unya security clearance and say na why say an man. Then ye security installation na ye Ghana yakoma. Aye baby a Ghana jina enya afa hodie no yetimi ma gay for ebe jina ho etwitwa videos esebe mpanifo anim efe omo ho ano a esebe yare ho.
What would you suggest at this point?
What I would suggest at this point is that let us not forget that Ghana is a Christian nation, Ghana is an Islamic nation, Ghana is a religious nation, let me put it that way. Let us not forget we are living in a world where social media near their son we call social media. Our kids, our brothers and sisters, their future is at stake. Until we see a dear nice you now by way bosh or share so mobile or mobile share at the Jim Brana to Muno. Or one yet no more no more or one Jim Branding to because a yache is becoming as if say a binding in a binding your own concern. In fact, I dear we see Matisa Mafo P are criticizing, including your good self, but a buying communications minister, and I say President Namu Krant mean Becca say, I dare now course on idea, and ye fainting, ye instituting investigation. I dare bakwa or my hand, it coming soon when he say, we have video now for putting out now. Video ni baby no mo say, despite the heavy presence of security, no, or mutimi yes and your money. So does it mean say na security for no mo hwe mo mo yes and your man no mo ye na? We have to ask ourselves questions, especially having at the back of our minds say Independence Square where security installation. No. Let us think about some of these things. You say you call more fat TikTok and then you more access to social media, more access to internet. What are we teaching our younger generation? What are we? I say when it's even a matter of politics, but it's a matter of senior year building your mind. Senior, we all complain. Say the moral decadency in the system is becoming too much. And in some of these things, and I feel say was here kind of boom. As a collective national duty.
But Doc, I said Maoke in having power now towards making sure say matters about LGBTQ no atosin kakra.
Omahine. Me da so e bisa sa question. Me sha say from how ubisa me nua lawyer question to expose Nyachumwa MPP Abai have demonstrated towards this matter. Oma in yet a baby na Ghana Parliament through sponsors, Sam George, Lawyer Susu, and a host of others, including some of members of the majority at the time. Omo pass a bill. Says maniema no gay lesbianism and any American woman. Eye chiwade. Asofo binom kura me in fact ye wa asofo a omo ankasa tro memu eko ye say yen fanka bill no na yen prevent sad no wo Ghana dey na see ye emra parliament e pass bill ni wie no ye de ade no ye transmit akọ presidency wo on a President Kufuado on the executive secretary Asante Bedi etu extra letter did parliament atem did speaker atem say speaker any who fine they shouldn't dare to transmit sabe no to President Kufuado at the time. Omaine, was that an endorsement of LGBTQ by the MPP government? So if President Somani executive secretary so Montreal let them run parliament. Sama parliament in first Abe Unisi presidency. It was an endorsement of LGBTQ. Sadly, see and what was Kwesiboche's response to it? One kashi wokrumwa. He never uttered a word. But then when you the moral high grounds. In fact, President Kufuado sponsor a response. And the catcher Ghana for said he has cited a lawsuit against the transmission, against that bill. President Kufuado Kaso was cited Sabe no on a Friday. Meanwhile, the suit was filed on Monday. Even before the suit was filed in court, President Kufuado asked a reason referencing that suit. Suit in Yama and President Kufuado. Suit in Yama file or court. President Kufuado so on who said suit. That was an agenda by the MPP government at the time to promote LGBTQ activities. Forget our President Kufuado's comment and say, oh, one day, you can't say it is only a matter of time. LGBTQ
it's bound to happen.
It's bound to happen. Legions of the MPP, indeed, you can't say comprehensive sexuality education. Almost qualified because can be some countries and almost say comprehensive sexuality education. You be try your man say they have a right to choose their sexual orientation. So, what are you trying to tell us? They did all that under their government. Kwesiboche did not utter a word. And to many others will be saying a question. Your government had the opportunity to pass this bill. But what say and making sure that Supreme Court will take more than 1 year to sit on the case. Malams, imams, as of for being quiet demonstration or cry ya, or my no kai. So some not our court to do. Court at now 1 year. Moon person be possible. President Kufuor doesn't want to assent to it.
Lawyer makes a very good point. That is the reason why Omutifi.
Exactly. It's my memo was sending. On 13th January 2025, President Mahama Ba Abemuno, there was a meeting, Catholic bishops. Omuko President Mahama office. And President Mahama catch up and say, this bill must be nationalistic. It must not lie in the mouth of a few members of parliament to do it. Government or the country itself must take an interest. The government can sponsor it. And so there's no difficulty. President Mahama has commitment towards it. Now they want to say, Obia Bejina, Nobia Kuchicha pictures. Now, wow, you sponsor a bill, you prevented it from being assented to.
Okay, so we end on that note, or you still have.
So government, so say a bar LGBTQ or someone, MPP, Kwesibuchi, please spare us the hypocrisy. Ghana for him, the omunim say, what by and also so out to understand, say, come the right education. My abide few weeks, few months, over as far as this matter is concerned.
I think the assembly, the jury out there, be decided. One I can say 13th January na Catholic Bishops Conference go share President Mahama. 13th January, ABC and 29th June. How many months in it? If or more the goodwill to legislate sa mbrawe nkomaye. But then again I'll say the NPP for yetifie. NDC for na mo abemu. Munja say bibie ni a na mo call back to the previous government. Bibie ni a na mo call back to the previous government. In any case, if anka Ghana for any adwuma ye ho a ankometan to abama anamboa. Correct. But that is the reason why Ghana focus like 7 December can say MPP for man yadie because one pass one assent to LGBT law nti mun kona mun koti na fie. Na mo ba ye na yese mo nya afa no mo pese chese ya nyentie nka ya no ntum. But I mean is the jury out there and no be decide. They say we need a goodwill to fight LGBTQ. Asem we by you haven't even condemned it. Rather no, mo pese ye be kan ho asem ye kan kura mo se MPP for ye hypocrite ye nya atwom. Nti ye nka ya no ntum say mo de sebe gay ne lesbianism e be say ye man na ye kan mo friends ye na atwom nti ye nka ya no ntum ayate mo di atem power ne de ya arrogance we be na deba nti mo di atem yate ye be ka ya no
atwom with a specific contest no mo de aka so don't pretend that
no but
who are going to say woman such at a particular point in time such na ye na ntimi amba and then me maba
no
ye ugina me cause say me de ma continue fie because ba ugina me cause now no but you see if there was a clear cut opportunity
no but if we want to go
end this conversation
if we want to go into the nyachum of the matter who is being more hypocritical against the NDC. Do you know why? President Akufo-Addo, as part of the reasons in tier and yes or no can one card say on sign but the matter was in court. And there was an injunction.
The president cited a document that was not in court before it got to court.
No, that's another point. That one there we can have a different conversation about that. Because as to whether or not the document was not in court at that time is a different matter altogether. But the point is that you remember I said President Akufo-Addo to Kwanko UN sometime. Any year in interview no car say bill no was an age in a sponsor bill no. But a private members bill and it comes with some form of consequences near the idea. Into one of the hindrance in tier do finish anka bill no anka enko through any state sponsored instead of private sponsored bill nanka enya the full backing of the entire state and the entire republic. That is the same reason Samia is giving say because bill na private members bill President Mahama person a state sponsored bill
a national one
international. So if we want to talk about who is being hypocritical about the matter clearly it is the
but
NDC.
You have been in government but before. If you want a national conversation around this for it to go have a national appeal it goes through a process. It's not the timeline now.
You see, this is not a subject.
Maybe we can treat it as a matter of urgency.
You see, this is not a subject. Before I came to this matter, I mentioned this is not a subject I would want to play politics with. Okay. You know why? You know why? Samia ye nua keto amenu aketo oman hene so be oba e fa TikTok sisi anu bia
assembly bibre
obehu bi maybe you may not be there obe guide and say we enya the papa
impact we nyina
so
impact we any na so we can sit here and decide to play the politics with it, but our children will suffer the consequences. That's what I'm saying. Let's put the politics of the matter aside. Young fan is granted without admitting. MPP has failed.
Treat it as a massive agency.
MPP has failed. They say granted without admitting. Please. Granted without admitting.
Young fan said the case had a team point. 7
months near. 7 months near. 8 years. No, 7 months near. I don't know.
Okay, so once we are in the domain,
so it is not a matter of politics, but if we want to be,
but pay attention to the lawyer can or say, I young father say young poor cast here beside young sign into Yatosi. Yeni abem be. Sad ye when I didn't say they are man yourself. Yeah, the nipe impact in the negative in Chimana or future generation.
Me, I'm set me a doctor. I know the consequences of gay. One of the highest rate of transmission of HIV crime because a true gay. Because another direct. We easily. And many oblivious of the consequences.
To advocate for the passage of the act.
And obia the wa or ya against it. Me support say be it. And the government is committed. President Mama has made the point clear. Say he thinks it should even be nationalistic. But yes, say real for one side.
Watch on sir.
Now he who comes with equity must come with clean hands. You had the opportunity in the last 8 years. Of course.
That's why we are doing government.
You cannot.
That's why we are doing government. Samia, we are not in government. Samia, do the needful. We are not in government.
Okay, so
MPP is not in government. Do the needful.
Maybe
no. Do the needful.
Maybe the Okanian the lawyer can.
Do the.
They say what is the assurance? Okay. So maybe in our quest to be doing this fighting job, some more approach to fighting illegal mining. The approach of Dr. Louisa and Abisiwana.
Oh, my head. Mr. Odebi. Now, in a way, topics where that.
Oh, but you should be of course. You should be comfortable with this conversation.
You see, government. You see, one of the reasons I went to Mianku Galamsey or illegal money was because when you're in America, Openipa, no, you're part of the MPP government. No, you're Minister for Science and Environment. Oh yeah, what contested flag bearer? A cardiothoracic surgeon. I actually know Germany. Ebe catcher Ghana for say the entire omuntimi nko galamsey no. Because MPP in for. In fact, we declare Flagstaff House as the headquarters of Galamsey. Or say President Kufuor at the time made Galamsey a free for all enterprise. That will be away people will be at me. That political commitment,
okay, lawyer. But Dr. Tia say, is he talking from opposition or is in power now?
No, I'm even surprised.
I'm even surprised. Presently,
that is
the political
my simple question was in our quest to fight this illegality.
President Mama by number one. Or say mining leases are a man for quite passing now revoke. Menoka say ye ma additional 1 license pool. Because the war now essay yassasino. Ya ye ne review ni and ye be everywhere. We will be fighting a lost battle. Press mama, why if you what can clear send the appointee be anywhere or ye allowed to engage in mining and illegal mining. Mining you are not allowed to engage in it. Ampo nwaba illegal mining. Ya buy nyame adom. Ya a lot of illegal miners. And then people what happened? Excavators of na they release it to them. That is not happening under the NDC. Me no say over 200 excavators have been seized.
Going waste.
Yeah,
that was small scale followed by acquisitions. I'll come to that this afternoon. But what's the sense in that?
There is sense in it because
there's absolutely no sense.
A bit more important by they cannot tell us exactly what they
are. But they are still important. Now, apart from outside the harbor.
Even preventing it from even coming to Ghana. That is where we are heading.
Every day,
Ebiba.
Just yesterday,
now port.
Just yesterday. Me call. In fact, I am my port. I am my.
Yes.
Yes. If you never. If indeed there was a serious, he say yeah. I
don't know. Before say yeah, back when they be more shipping that. Ebi more shipping your money man that. Before say yeah.
So what is government doing about it? Because none of that. Small scale for better can say. And your man it's the same thing that the MPP did. And the mama opposed for able by third gate. So
the MPP did not have the political commitment. That political commitment, as we speak, is there now, as you can see. Ocean Minister an effort in Nancy Amalanche anti-Galamsey tax force. It is completely different from the MPP because under the MPP, no, the people that were put in charge to supervise it, they themselves were doing the Galamsey.
The minister is frustrated to the extent that he talks about an uncoordinated tax force. RTC man, also me a national skills, also me a tax force, also me a say. And now they've now put up a secretariat to deal with that. The MPP did same. What happened?
Mama Kacho said, and yes, same no. It is about the fundamental.
But that's what Musa said.
That commitment did not happen under the MPP.
But that's what Musa said. Is that the approach that Dr. Louisa Hannah-BC once upon a time, no, I said bulletproof jacket. No, I and in your time, when you that you arrest Chinese people and you allow them to leave the country at the expense of here in Ghana for.
Oh,
how is it done?
Video I can watch me
but that's the position your government, our government, has taken. That when you arrest foreign nationals, Chinese in this case.
The foreign nationals, there are two kinds.
Okay, so
there are two kinds. You are almost what Baba Galamsey. And you are more financing the activity. The position of government is to actually prosecute those who are financing it, which we are doing. Which we are currently doing to prosecute those who are currently financing, even America. We are going to now could be yet to be deported. It's deportation, and yet, and I shall say. In fact, Mathieu Erastus Asaridonko, or say one of the difficulties I hear facing cry in the anti-Galamsey fight. How courts, police commanders, police in for effort the arrest of these people as an opportunity for them to make money.
Okay, so
hold on, it is a chioma. Say the umber court here, bill. A bit more fun with the Jessica. It's a buying no focus and they say, or more fun foreigners or more finances, I'm saying, or more the chioma. They will be prosecuted. But almost your workers are in the Omabano. They are the ones are.
Okay.
They are likely to be deported.
Well, just a brief on this one now.
Maybe take it. One, there's political committee. Hereby, launch river gas and a lot of things.
If you bring in river gas, there are now traffic wardens in Takwa and Takrady in Zima. They trip the place a lot. River, why are you whistleblower? You're exposing it by coloration. You have color green and color yellow. Is it not the case, lawyer? It's your no so okobo. Yeah, as a whistleblower. Whistleblower is easily identifiable. You put him at risk. Is it job for the boys or
that is a conversation we can actually
have. Yeah. But just a quick input on this.
There is commitment on the part of government. That kind of commitment did not happen because of what Prof. Africa what we did now the MPP.
But the MPP is not in power.
There's no problem. But I'm saying that the commitment on the part of the president, the minister, and other stakeholders, it is clear for all Ghanaians. And I want to give a promise to the people of Ghana. About a year, we will see
the
difference in the fight against Galamsey under the MPP and under the MPP.
You asked him a very direct question. Or then Namu said, then I'm buying a please. Ubisa said, then I'm buying a year. Or saying a commitment. Then I'm more commitment. What are you doing?
Excavators, you're seasoning.
Most is it about it? Oh, I buy with settings, not the Galamsey settings. And I be settings. Omoni policy biane measure bia omode fighting Galamsey. Galamsey na ekoso. O say government president ama say all my government appointee bia involved in home to mine. Erastus Asaridonko wa colleague. I say Captain Jebrel e wa Ashanti region. Ukwa Ashanti region obi concession o masisi and almost is a concession the national security concession you na make Erastus na kai say national security concession allegedly national security for any two galamsey wo ho am of friend Mustafa Gbande on the issue na Mustafa Gbande catch and say and no very reported to the top hierarchy of the National Security Secretariat. It do because by no appointee bia involving in mining near the idea. If you care to know, they say national security is under the presidency. It is a national security involved in mining, and then by extension we can say that the presidency of John Dramani Mahama, of which you Samia you are part of, is actively involved in galamsey and is actively involved in illegal mining. You see, this government lacks the commitment and lacks the zeal and everything under this lacks
the tracking system, putting up a secretariat to coordinate the water river bodyguards and a host of others. Now, for the first time in our history, they entered the deepest part of our forest to ensure saying Kofu or Mate Pomo or Mate
let me just say this. The river guards no Molanchi, it's a matter of possible investigation if MPP should come back. Whoever initiated the river guards agenda will be should be ready to say MPP back power. He will face the law. Because they say no man there are videos that say river guards no directed traffic what Are you aware that government is spending over 100 million Ghana cedis on this river guards every month? 100 million Ghana cedis. And if you are spending 100 million Ghana cedis, that's a specific impact. Purpose. For the river guards, not see who the impact a day on the fight against galamsey, then it is causing financial loss to the state. And any future MPP government will investigate this matter because yet your mining not see a much near the 100 million Ghana cedis every month. Eko my yellow boys are sabi or my river guards you might say be more than MTTD extension. Then it's a very dangerous thing. But you see, this government lacks the commitment to fight galamsey. Unim dentia. Yeah, go to Aba. And I'm when I catch us on Mobapea or Mobile revoking LI 2462. How many months near? Are you aware? Said just last week they went to Parliament rather to amend the law and not to revoke the law. They want to amend the LI 2462. I see more beer near Galamsey in forest reserve no.
Complete in
Thursday, and I'm quoting Thursday. They amended the law. Rather no the account on my frame. Which means they have intentions that people will be allowed to mine in our forest. Exactly. Because money the intentions are from Galamsey or forest reserves. I don't think I'm revoking the law entirely. But they have rather amended it. Just last Thursday. Again, some secretariat no matter say be coordinating
illegal mining.
Me was street in so first shoot in the time and to check. Galamsey is ne frame dey be I say abai we appointees na nyabotre abai we appointees na ohu omo so omo call forest reserves ni mu omo kokko galamsey enye bibia o concessions that they are linked to na manfo agie free omo nsema ubehunu no mo ankasa tiesim say ye kwakotete omo enye fight against illegal mining. No, but I'm saying say who
created that
I agree. I agree. But you see, we are also here to speak for the vulnerable. We are here to speak for the masses. Omotia will win. Omoti se hwe so a omontimi ba Adom TV and bekasa. That is why I said, say, for shoot and time in Tonche. This is the feedback. This is what the people are saying. No, I'm saying, say, the people also need a voice. We are here to advocate for the voiceless. And what the voiceless are telling us is that, a by way, Kunosi or Kungalam saying, a shire, they are scam, a 419, a fraud. If we say some of these government officials are directly involved in illegal mining activities, I'll make a more example, say, Okwa Ashanti region, Krana. While near Erastus Asari don't come back say a byway officials involved in galamsey. No mind the anti cromana while near Erastus Asari don't go be our western region baby or say or the soldier for or not or can soldier for delegation one or stop illegal mining constituency chairman of NDC for one of the constituencies. Eka say I didn't know one budget permission in free no and some of the soldier for neighbor. Say you are aware of that story. A constituency, what is a national chairman of the NDC? Afresa constituency chairman national. What is the President Mahama? Afresa constituency chairman Nakachen say, I didn't know stop journalists anti-galamsey tax for some more and bet you Crawford. What is our yes? That tells you say this government lacks the will, lacks the zeal, and lacks the efforts to fight Galamsey, what the ana oka Professor Frimpong Manso anything ye wo position no. I no kre. Professor Frimpong Manso see from Boate Inti na MPP wo position a ye dey aban apparatus ni state security ni ahya monsa. Se mo nkọ na mo fa nkọ Galamsey. Na mo nkọ Galamsey na mistakes a MPP for ye no. The same thing. Oman na oka say see the anti Galamsey tax force aba MPP anyebi. Enya na area Charles Bisu da no. E go see say.
The secretariat.
E go see say. The same thing am here. You are just following the blueprint of the MPP with different names. The same thing. Enti the abawe no. Onizi ubia. I don't mind. You see, let's be very serious about this Galamsey conversation. President Mahama since obedi president. Any had the opportunity to speak to this nation on several occasions. The bang na what say Oka Galamsey wants him. And now Oka say my buying be A, B, C, D to stop Galamsey.
At least I've heard him once say that the tracking system is going to introduce it.
No,
I've heard him once that the tracking system that all excavators that are getting
are you aware that are you aware
that your party started that thing?
No, not that our party started. Our party initiated it.
The tracking system.
And the system at the main comment,
so that Ashebia will be able to be contrast.
And they say, the back porter, the purpose for which the machine be Ryan you haven't added even a single software.
He re-encoded that he's going to ensure.
That is what I'm saying. He said this government is only following the blueprint at MPP for you lay down. But I'm saying, what is President Mahama Kase? This is my commitment against Galamsey.
He's spoken to the effect that it's not about timelines, but it's about fighting.
It's not about timelines. Why are we not in this country when these people ask us to declare state of emergency about Galamsey? No, why are we not in this country?
At the point,
why are we not in this country? Why are we not in this country?
At the point, not illegal man, not better. The order of the day.
It is still the order of the day. What I cook Masepa. Udu in police station. I hear dance will get
left and right.
I hear dance will get police station. Police station. Cheap. You say broad daylight. And what are we talking about? But
the last time I checked, 2 weeks back, it was absolutely. There was no
2 weeks back. Do you know why you didn't find the Galamsey over there? Because you showcased here 2 weeks back. And that is the reason why you didn't find them. And it was not as a result. Who's the police for the This government has done nothing about Galamsey. This government has done nothing. Settings are buying.
Say I buy a budget 100 million Ghana cedis per month for water guards.
I think they are taking 2,500
2,000
a month.
So
for 4,000.
2,000 for 4,000. Let's do the calculation.
No, 100 million.
Let's do the
100 million.
Let's say the number of years I will tell much.
Oh my, I'll say a month. I'll say 100 million a month.
So I'm saying that. I'm saying that. Maybe we'll pick just one topic out of the 2-3 topics that we had because of time. But my main say your Malta Guinness is still for you, good to go anytime. And they hear me say whether the can or the bottled one. No, Asiedu found proudly made in Ghana. So anytime it's about Malta Guinness, Asiedu proudly made in Ghana. No matter how Franco trading so omonio ma papa na guso or Nokia, Samsung, iPhone, smart TVs, tabletop fridges, and a Franco air condition. CCTV cameras as well function very well. Into Pibiato, ne papa pana de would Franco Trading Enterprise. Now call Pibiato one number near 0246422338 and 0555939311. Now what team you need come or download do and so more app Franco Trading app or on Google Play Store also. Obey me and you know kita or more website and see www.francotrading.com. Na what team on edin town. Nti yaba back Dr. Aye lawyer lawyer. As a lawyer aid to Dr. Mahmoud. Now now come on position
say I buy a budget 100 million Ghana cedis for blue water gas. And true. I was a question about it.
Design of my budget.
What better?
Design of my budget.
National television. The idea was to employ 2,000 blue water gas. I mean, no, because I only 470 per annum. And no crown, man, salary, I was saying the mom gross, 2,000.
It's 2,000.
Now, net at it, or more dear. Now, net or more dear coffee 1,500. Eti, and no credit. Eti, what's about your overtime and upon TV, so say, lawyer, now to try and trust her. And fair. And fair. On my number 2, LI 2462. The whole LI wants a lawyer or casa. One for the legal will not and now be and one change my mouth for antiasi. LI 2462. MPP for no cover by. Say or more they be regulating mining in forest reserves. Otiasi. Now there is only one portion of that LIA granted the president the permission to grant mining way in forest reserves. What did they make us mining? It is that particular portion no na ye free war. O mining. It is a ye sa portion free war. President to me ma obia kwan to grant president to me ma obia kwan say on kwan mining in the forest reserves. O mining what did they make us? It is a ye sa portion free war ma. It just say the ability of the president, you know, say President Benya Akwanya, say or de a concession be mo bi of president any ho. It is just old one na ya made da no. Kakran no mun time so ne aye ye free. O man sisi a ukọ repeal sa emre ya ukọ yifi ho completely. O man dey chere say omo mining in the forest reserves now they don't have a regulatory.
But when you do that, you knew the consequence of making that pronouncement when you were in opposition.
Of course, Obia Niga Dromama, what to say Obia Nanoka say he is waiting for, he's appealing to the MPP government to declare state of emergency. Owankasa. And no come. In opposition, he can say, oh, we'll repeal it. But on hindsight, you can clearly see, say, Omani, Kasa.
Oh, yeah. Now you see that against him. The reality has done.
Yeah. Say LI 2462 the MPP before they buy. And they grant mining leases in forests for their people. In fact, for testing for the two about say MPP bigwigs. And I know my chef forest in more mining. It be more resorted to illegal mining techniques. It is some running a regulatory of more activities. But a mining there were one portion a my president the power to grant mining in the forest. I buy see a use our portion of free. Enti parimio de ofrio de otua ni rase wanya nton bi. Enti president mama eni ho kwan president bia ni ho kwan so obema obi a mining lease or mining license in a forest reserve. Na part na aka no ye they are regulating the existing mining way wo ho. Say illegal mining no mo ya je license free. Say e was say renew ye renew ye yi o ma free so ye yi o ma free prekope. That is the commitment that kind of commitment did not happen under the MPP.
Okay, so
the president in only 8 years, over 3,000 licenses, by one per year. That is a mark of a government that is willing to fight because the moment they are now already engaging in the illegal mining. It's here for now until say you be prune system no of Bonia Air Kosono. It is a mechanical say the NDC government under President Mahama. Our commitment. This is what I mean by the commitment on the part of government.
Okay.
Of President John Dramani Mahama. It didn't happen under the NPP.
Quick one. But the reality is that, and I'm happy that you said, with the benefit of hindsight, you have seen certain things.
It's jitum se mother Ghana for. That's the point. No mother Ghana for.
So we clear. Say they see who you want to dance. What na so na say okay, I dey say that say
dada. Didn't me say dada they say your manifesto. O share boss Ghana for 2. Ube revoke. In fact, first quarter parliament bet na say when man revoke. Rashid Tanko, Miami Nua Sami Jemfi, Ekotena Benadavle shows ni ebisa and say Same
Now gold board for I don't hear me and revoke LIs 2462. Also parliament resume me pa ye be revoke. O why no want it? Parliament resume me ya expect say mo be revoke no. Mo kwakwa amende no. One say your boss say mo be yi baby afri mu say my president and sign bibi. That is not what you promised the good people of this country. So you have lied to the good people of this country. And so your government is a government of liars. Because mo didn't trust say mo be yi mbra ye mo ba e mo ti be so we are check
So your challenge is that you are not comfortable. You are not comfortable with the amendment, rather a revocation.
You see,
who regulates mining in forest? What will regulate?
So what is your point?
If the government is not willing to listen to dissenting opinions, let's give all the time to them to speak.
Let's
give all the time to them to speak.
We are sharing ideas.
It is my time to speak. It is my time to speak. Allow me to speak. This government does not have the skin to listen to dissenting opinions. This government, ye baby asebi ahoma so ye ru omumu ntem. Ye ka kire mo say Ghana for ka kire mo say mo twa ye ntro. Say mo ba mo say President Mahama say obe revoke. Oman ye ka revoke ase ne say ye pepe free o ye twa free o ye twa mu kra. Mo ba ye no enu ka no mo san ka so me revoking the first 100 days. First 100 days money man and so enya hwe e bia fe na mo settle ye more time now then am be ya more amende no which means say with all purposes and intent you people have not just to Krobia fam mo adwen say dachi bia no
that's the tokro
mo perceived MPP for ni near free kwaye nim a mo be kwa korem ko tu galamsey o kwaye nim the NDC has the intention say o mo kwa ye galamsey na forest reserves pamo ne ye tete galamsey fo ni MPP fo ni ye omo sa the perceived MPP fo more concessions ni ye omo sa na mom ye pepa MPP fo ni ye ria kwaye nim de afa ni ba betu pa. So this government has failed when it comes to the fight against galamsey. This government does not have the commitment to fight galamsey. This government is actively involved. Actively. Omo national security for active. Anyam na meka. Erastus say mo national security was side to Ashanti region.
Okay, so
Erastus say mo national security. President Mahama national security.
So Ghana, we should be worried.
We should be worried. Do you know why we should be worried?
They want classmates.
It's not about we want classmates. We are in opposition. Why do we want classmates?
But we will not lend them that opportunity.
Which opportunity?
The government
amend the law. You've not amended the law. What
are you talking about?
Revoke the law. That's what we are talking about.
That's what who regulates money.
No, that's what you promised. That's
no. Never promises. They are saying
let's get it clear. Ye koto aban Ghana fo ni ye ba consensus ye ba ye ba consensus say baby mienu de me yemfa ye galamsey nko ho ye river bodies and then ye forestry ye forest ye kwaye mu no. Let's protect our forest.
Na Nigeria so mo ka say ombese sasa
na mo jina so mo ka say omo ka so ombese sound omo be ye free ho because ye nya to mu say ye nsuo ne ye forest mu de no go area and the no go area no mo ba ye no afi no manda ni mbra ne say nya president de beti mama o license say kona kwa etu galamsey of forest na mu minister ne de beti mama license na president and minister no mu nya executive power krona. Who does the minister take orders from? It's not the president. Okay. And so if you change that, now the president cannot give you an authorization to mine in the forest reserves. However, the minister can give you that. What have you done? It is the same executive power. And authority ni say ubeti makwa ko enti mo da Ghana fo ma bayo mo kan okre abayo en kan okre amahene
so say ka omo ye galamsey ya ma omo minister okun galamsey to omo pamo na eye MPP mutimu tifie enti mo hwe makacho say give the government just a year ubeku difference in the fight between these two governments.
Before we proceed, Mama must admit that they have lied to the good people of this country by amending the LI 2462. You have lied to the people of this country. Pagana Fuacho.
What will regulate mining in forest reserves?
We don't need to mine in forest reserves. We don't need to.
But you people have given concessions.
And you want to Mario cover all a more to galamsey or minor reserves munia. There is no large scale mining or BIA or forest reserve BM.
Newmont ne companies akese omo ye large scale mining ya obi enu all forest reserve mo. In fact, ya ko 2024 ye nya agi to mu say e ba ne rivers ene ye forest mu dia e no go area. Enti ye no go area na mo be share Ghana for boss say ye nya ya agi to mu say no go area ba. Ene mbra na e ma ho kwan say MPP for de ba ye say obetima ko tu galamsey wo forest mo ne mo to abama ya ye betwa sambra nim. Mo ba ye sambra no mo ntwam na mo be dane mbra no. Enti na me ka say mo abai we ye abanya enka no krenchire Ghana for.
Okay.
This is a deceitful government. This is a government that is always lying.
Okay.
Abai omo ka no. Settings in kwa settings the package.
Me ye wi ani
for abai fraud government.
Eti mame kasa. Mame kasa.
Pagana for acho.
Abanya ono ete yakonya so 8 years. Oko share mra of parliament say because omo do so sin enti. Omo ko share mra of parliament say president Emma Amanfo mining list omo ko ye adwuma omo ko tu galamsey ko ye mining e of residents. So aban no ene is pointing accusing fingers. Aban foforo aba o se sa power na president di sa abone no. Wo yi sa power na free. Mame nkasa. On farmer obi ya. Wo yi sa power no free president nsem. Enti ene president ni ho kwan say obema obi license or opportunity to mine in a forest ye flow. The other part of the airline regulating, they already giving out licenses for to do sometimes small scale mining or large scale mining.
Yeah, just some men pepe.
Fenching again licenses e bi munya ya omo fa kwan bono so people for the man for in only 8 years over 3,000 people munya ya na e bi mu any ye de omo pe no ya review ni na ya revoke ni na ya ba ye nyame adom ye ma ba kumpo. That is a posture of abaya is why ready say adia e high no obeku ene me no tie minerals deputy CEO for minerals commission me am nua Imano anyama keke was sending me pictures and yes produce near the progress of the works they are doing. It's me catch us my only a year who the difference.
If you get to Keke's now backyard, you will see the level of illegal mining there.
Of course, now say Keke.
Tori de mani fa bakura. Minerals commission for them They shouldn't even bring themselves. Keke no fan on bakura.
You know what?
Have not been fair to Keke.
What am I talking about you?
Keke
on do katia. Deputy Minister. Yeah, the commander test me back. Yeah, Kutia illegal mining. I'm saying if you go to the Deputy Minister's backyard, the level of illegal mining there. If you go to KK's backyard,
they want classmates. Omumkwama buying any intimidate clear flash tower say headquarters of Galamsey NDC and NDC.
That's also an unfortunate one.
Kakra. We will get there.
So you have 1 year.
What do you say? Ube the difference in the fight against Galamsey
under
the NPP and under the NDC.
Well, so we are wrapping up. The CJ matters arising, suspended CJ rather. Not
a quick one. CJ nika the men come baby. Am I in DC? The course was CJ ni room about him. Let's get the point clearly. Say it is politics and not law. And the point I'll make is that anybody that seeks to defend some ungodly act and illegal act here is either the person is a complicit or the person is ignorant. And today I'll tell you where Samia belongs. Obia will defend it kwanya ye first way you CJ ni bia from top to down. Either say nipa ni complicit, nipa no or benefited from the removal, and nipa no kan any schemizi ebe CJ na say nipa no ignorant on processes na say. Samia here is about to defend the unfair treatment Edema CJ, and Samia falls within the category of those who are complicit. Because his Deputy General Secretary, Mustafa Bande, proud to election 2024, I say Ghana for Mutu Obama here, ye be Chief Justice Tokuno Efriho. And you see, this government's attempt to reset, I believe, say, it is good, say, once in a while in life you have to reset yourself. But the attempt to reset the rule of law is totally unacceptable and it's a mess. And by the way, Adrian say, Omu CJ Tokuno say, okay, President Mahama Baye, no, Wapamu MPP ministers near, Wapomo MPP CEOs near. In fact, MPP cleaners or more government institutions near President Mahama Pamu Bia on spare Ubia. And the CJ no so you won is all MPP Nintino Yanfa Yensam no any day Uncle CJ no so. That is exactly what this government is doing, and on my hand, it is totally unacceptable. This is the first time since Yenya independence, ya setting up committee say Yenyi ye CJ. And ordinarily, no, I was sanka. The team set out processes and procedure. Dachi biya ni yepesi ye CJ fufra. Yebede yebesha sunye ye CJ fufra. But the entire process is totally flawed. On my hand, you see obi a drop petition by a friend nipa cross Shining Stars. Shining Stars no more petition yaba no. Obi anim nipa kura or the Shining Stars no. Mo say a company. Your co-register general, CJ ni so co-register general kwa yes set. I say why no na Shining Stars na register general no and register company bia or the Shining Stars. At the hearing no say mami hu microphone kwa let me see my accusers. Mo say yeah mamu hu my accusers no. What is happening in this country? Are we living in a banana republic? Are we living in an autocratic dispensation? Why does this government want to use autocratic means to remove a democratic chief justice? Why is this government doing that? What is the pleasure if they remove the chief justice? Is it because they perceive say they cannot undermine Ghana chief justice? Now, what is happening is very bad. We must all come together. I will say media for you sorry. I say Ghana for you sorry. I will say judges ninya sorry. I will say I suffer for penny for sorry.
Just the reason why I think that
just the reason
it's just that effort by a certain group of people to push away
because
our review.
The reason is that the Deputy General Secretary of the NDC, prior to the election, said,
is he that powerful in the setup?
He is a Deputy General Secretary. A Deputy General Secretary of every political party is that powerful. He's the Deputy Chief Scribe of the party. Functional Executive Committee no baby a party nisi jina ye niana. He is an integral member of that meeting. So it can even be interpreted to mean say a decision a party not taking or no Deputy Chief Scribe no be catchere. Do you understand? Because if the party has not taken a decision or no, as Deputy General Secretary cannot say what the party does not endorse. In any case, and one disclaimer from President Mahama, one disclaimer from NDC National Chairman, and say NDC are away from the Deputy General, which means the party endorses it. Say omuba omubeyi the CJ no. Party nesu ba bemuno. That is exactly what they are doing, and so it is a premeditated agenda. No more that say a bar ye beyi Chief Justice because the Chief Justice is perceived to be aligned to the New Patriotic Party. Let me say this clearly. MPP does not speak for Justice Tokuno. Me, I have not met Justice Tokuno one-on-one before. Me huna Supreme Court me huno. MPP, we are not aligned with Justice Tokuno. However, what MPP is against is the illegality associated with the removal of Justice Tokuno. Ebine say, baby, I yetie Justice Tokuno here in a cry. Edu lodge no. Ene me free ha me call Matthias of your rule of law. Judges miensana you kuomo ya in cold blood in somewhere in 19 something no. And then you call omo remembrance service. Ewo research me free ha me call hono. Unim say Justice Tokuno ne wofa na oka sa nkrofo ne ho a omo so you kuomo in cold blood no. Edu lodge on you kun ne wofa no. Ene ye pesi ye Justice Tokuno a sa baby ye kun ne wofa no hwa na ye sendi na asem. Number 2, also odu edu lodge a se be ye born search ne oye krofo. Edi esaki kakikan anyhow. A whole Chief Justice or ko edu lodge a ye mani kunu nko ye ma ne babia nko ho ono nko ane ne lawyers mienu miensa bi ni amom wura ho. So clearly no, this government is trying to intimidate the woman. They are trying to intimidate the woman. Again, head the entire person ye woman ni na petitions na babia nim. They are all baseless allegations and what say ye CJ. The law is clear on kwanya person CJ or CJ say either on a stated misconduct or misbehavior, and I say nipa no enya infirmity of mind, they be an adwuma kan intino wontimi nya na dwuma and then the grounds are betimi the CJ. But misconduct ye person ye CJ ni none of them and a constitute gross misbehavior or stated misconduct by any law. And in clearly no, anyone can come to the conclusion say the NDC is obsessed with Justice Tokuno. They just want to remove Justice Tokuno at all cost. And I feel say any energy now omo person omo di Justice Tokuno they should use that same energy to fight Galamsey.
Right.
You see how Justice Tokuno a press conference in less than 30 minutes am a minister ebe responding no. They should use that same energy and that same money to brief the nation on the progress of fighting Galamsey. And then here my no removing Justice Tokuno will not affect Nkrofo ye omwedi. Removing Justice Tokuno will not help say ye see the person ye jina national beboa. Removing Justice Tokuno will not help anything in this country.
Go 400 years after you can go for a
oh omahene ye you need 35,000 a day. Omahene say I'm telling you you need 35,000 a day. Me on Japan na reverse 100 need 35,000 omahene.
Yeah. I mean chill. Na mpanyimfo say ntokwa no wa.
Me interject to so try throw their
na me oh ade na me expect say akamunia lawyer Kwesi Botwe oba na nko abo article 146 article 296 no mame kasa o mame ko ho mame ko article 146 there has to be an airline I program airline but you know I speak there is no such airline.
Madam,
who said that? No, me kind of our platform we so. I'm our tier for no and no producers nothing. Say Abangwi does not have a position on this CJ matter. The first time one, you did petition against this woman, Ebayen. It was a happen under the MPP. Member Professor Kwakwasari. Mr. Wu. Sata na petition Ebayen. President Kufuor na buying some of petition Brana. Because that is the analogy and the logic. Lawyer Kwesi Botwe di go.
I haven't said that. That is your understanding.
Yet you baby ana obia oni maame ne sign that. Obia wanya information. E the petition abra aban no. Etika president wa emumu mra no so na onya asem na na. Bi Emra ne se so obi the petition ba president need council of state be kwa koshia. No ne o ma discuss.
Council of state on one
na omo the petition na aba no. I'm a Chief Justice. Chief Justice can so up 7 days to respond. President Mahama the 10 days. The Chief Justice asked for water. President Mahama gave her wine. Also, up 7 days. President Mahama said for 10 days. What did they make and say?
Hey, Dr. Sam.
What did they respond? Yeah, the Akoma Council of State. Council of State say, Yanka say we did for. I said, who question be answer keke. That is the meaning of a prima facie case. Brabe answer. Committee now, 2 judges from judges are who lead here in the last 2 years. Omo ko di sa omo akotena say aha ye pe baby a enye court obi an ni mu asem ye very secluded. Na ye nhia na ye nka asem no. Wow colleagues are no omo ye adwuma. Afi de usuro omo. Asem a e wo sa wo de koto omo anim kra na usuro so de beko.
That's how your narrative is
simple. It is simple. And Chief Justice no and no person or forgetting the Mrana was in the last 30 years. Now we invite this debate in the public conversation.
Say una over to mano. Nam se krata menya no so kuta krata ma yen hwe nyina ye krata re
we say. Entitama or throw letter and respond or throw letter say President Mama enfa win man. Now what petition was he responding to?
Na dia
o mine
no let me guide you. No wait. He's gotten the fundamental no what you are saying is fundamental. No I'll let you speak. I am guiding you. I am guiding you. No fundamentally we have gotten it wrong.
We have not heard from the committee whether the woman what the woman is saying is even true.
That makes it more dangerous.
And there is a reason why our constitution is say in camera. Only omunkoka. We against my word. The Chief Justice say cano. Judges two or 3 other people they don't even have the right to come and comment on it because constitution is say in camera. And we will not take the Chief Justice words hook, line, and sinker. The Okano. Yet to be verified, say as some can cry and answer him.
Edu lodge na baby am offer. Yeah.
O mine me tell. Some your doctor me boa. And you say me ya o mine kasa. O mine mame kasa. It's o mine me tell. Say me ya akola no. Obi ye me mame ayaka de bi. No belong to abusua A. Na mabe doctor yi
me to consulting room no be aba no so belong to abusia eh ya
e o ya me ma kai
e ti mani kasa e ma ya professor that be more
ma ya mu show
mami kasa enu ti na go school for 6 years enu ti na train you ma be judge so you rise above your prejudice you rise above your emotions now what behave professionally.
Doctor,
this chief justice is not professional.
Doctor,